That we got lucky today. It is perfect coffee. Coffee. You come here. This is kind of weird because this reaches, doesn't it? Yes, it does. It reaches. Turn that fan on. Get a little air blowing around in here. Ooh, that feels nice. My fan's been off. Well, let me just say hello, and like I like to do it. Hey, Caleb. Good morning. Like I like to do at the beginning of every show, I wanted to say thank you to everybody that takes a moment out of their time, whether you're coming in later or you're coming in while we're live, to say hello and to spend time here and to populate the chat here and to make the show happen. It's all you guys that do this, and I do appreciate you guys showing up, because without you, I wouldn't have an audience. So thank you to my lovely, wonderful, amazing audience for showing up at any show that you can ever make. I really do appreciate it. Right off the bat, man. That's the most important thing. Other is, look at that, man. That portfolio is at $360,000. It's looking good.
Hello, Nay and Trendies.
I remember when that portfolio was down to, like, I want to say 180,000. Some crazy number. Now it's at 360. I got my grapes. I got my coffee. And my coffee is really good. Sean, what's up? Got my feet right here. My feet. Muscular calves. I've been working out harder. I want to see more results. I'm trying to cut back on my bread intake. Because I need to get rid of some of this fat.
Patrick John
I got fat in my pecs.
Good morning, Nate.
I've got fat on my back. I've got fat on my belly.
Gay people.
And I want to get rid of all of
I
it.
don't believe people just wake up one day and say, I want to be with a man.
He's talking about the title. I'm like, where did that come from, bro?
Caleb Sliger.
I mean,
You are the best host out there, man. You really love your ING audience members.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's happened before, Patrick. You know, that maybe, alternative, what they call alternative lifestyle, whatever. Maybe it just, somebody's like, I'm going to try something different one day. Maybe it does do that to some people. It's not for us to judge. That's the point, bro. It's not for us to figure it out, man. None of our fucking business. That's the point, Patrick. Quit trying to figure it out. It's not for you to figure out. You know, if you're gay or you think you're gay or you want to experiment with it, fine. Stop asking questions and start fucking experimenting. You know, but stop trying to bring other people down because you don't understand, what they're about. And it just makes me fucking sick that the sentence even has to exist. You don't believe. Who cares what the fuck you believe, dude? It doesn't matter what you believe. Does it? If I like birds, and I'm a bird guy, who are you to tell me I don't like fucking birds? Right? You don't live inside my brain, and it's not for you to decide whether or not I like birds or dogs or fish or fucking lizards.
Patrick John Welker.
Right?
I just always thought people were born that way, but you're right. IAEE 100%.
Most of them are born that way. It's true. They're born that way, and it's just the way nature works, bro. A lot of people are born that way, but it doesn't mean. And once again, this conversation it's the wrong direction of this conversation, bro.
Excellent point, Nate.
The how anyone got to where they are today is none of our freaking business. It's not our business. The point is they are the way they are, and we have to learn to accept them. Full stop, man. Period. Exclamation point. That's it. All the questions that you might have, like all the Republicans have all these questions they don't understand. Who cares whether you get it or not, dude? You should have gotten over that a long time ago and just let these people live.
Morning.
You see people saying, protect trans kids. They're chanting that. I went and I read the responses to that. Nothing but attacks on those people. Attacking them personally, attacking them for who they are, attacking them for their, supposed lack of intelligence. which I disagree with. I think they're very intelligent people that are saying protect trans kids. Trans kids need to be protected. And you're like, wait, dude, you're not trans until you're an adult. Well, what were you when you were a child? What was that trans adult when they were younger? A trans child. Oh, protect trans children. It's pretty basic. And I don't care how old you are when you figure it out. I don't give a shit. I don't care if people want to talk to kids about it and find out where they're at and help them along. Doesn't bother me. I'm not going to refer to those people as groomers.
Jeff Lund.
Maybe those are people who've experienced it
Good
themselves
morning.
and want to offer some help so that
And
kids don't go
Davis.
through such a confusing time like they
Good
did.
morning, Nay. How are you today?
Once again, it's not for us to fucking determine. Who cares? That's not the argument here. The argument is shut the fuck up and sit down and leave these people alone. If they want to go to the courthouse and go protest, hey man, they're sticking up for your rights of free speech too, you fucking imbeciles. Right? You don't see it that way, but that's exactly what they're doing. They're protecting your free speech. It starts with the trans people, bro. And it goes through the whole LGBT community, and guess where it goes from there? Well, it's either going to go to the African Americans or the Jews, or maybe both at the same time. But you know, if those African Americans and the Jews aren't supporting the LGBTQs, they're going to end up right in line in the next train car behind. Yeah, it rhymes. I'm good. I'm good like that. I know that makes sense, and I don't need anybody to tell me that it makes sense, because I know it makes sense.
I hate when people say it's a mental issue as if they have all the answers.
Yeah, who cares what they think the
And
issue is?
Adidas.
It's, you know, who cares what they think the issue is?
Free
Fuck
speech
them.
means Free speech for everyone.
It's all about free
In good
speech, bro. That's
point,
all
young
this
man.
comes down to. It's not about your
Sean,
fucking
you're a good
opinion.
guy.
Nobody cares how you feel about
Nate
somebody
has
else's
always
genitals.
hit the nail right
Nobody
on the
cares.
head.
You know, if you have a problem with that, that's your fucking problem, and you better learn to deal with it. You know, when these people get together and they start showing up at the courthouses protesting, you realize they're not the silent minority anymore. They're making a big noise, man, and you better listen to them because they're sticking up for your rights too. And those are your rights for free speech, freedom of expression, freedom to be, you know, who and what you want to be. And, you know, you feel like you're a conformist and you're, you know, all-American male guy, white guy, freaking I fit in with every freaking mold that they've ever created for me. You might not get it. You might not be able to understand other people's plights. And then you might just want to sit this one out if it's hard for you to understand. If you think that someone being a trans person is the issue, just leave. Just get the fuck off my live stream, man. Go watch Nick Fuentes or Michael fucking whatever that guy's name is. Go watch some right-wing nut job. Go watch Ben Shapiro. You're watching the wrong Ben. Go watch fucking Ben Shapiro. Get the fuck off my live stream. What are you even doing here? You don't agree with me. You're not going to convince me of dick. So just go listen to your butt boy Ben Shapiro that fucking that caters to your every fucking need.
No one likes to look at the big picture.
The bigger picture. Right, Caleb? Hit the nail right on the head. Thank you, Sean. Wow, that's very supportive of my audience this morning. What am I supposed to do when my audience is agreeing with me? Bong rips! To say thank you. So I got my grapes, I got my coffee, we got bong rips, and I just want to say, that was easy. I didn't have to go through great lengths. You know, I didn't have to take a long walk. I explained what was going on. You guys listened. All of you seem to agree, which is great because, of course, I'm right about this. It's about your free speech. It's not about their genitals.
You explained that so well.
Thank you. And we made it right through it, and we're done.
Cheers,
9 minutes into the show, and we
Cheers.
finished. It's crazy, but that's a segment. That's a whole show, bro. And I should cut this show and end it right now and let it go out there and make me fucking famous, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna curse, and I'm gonna do drugs, and we're gonna fucking ruin it. Why? Because I love you guys. I want to hang out with you. And fuck the narrative. Fuck my narrative.
Cheers for the hashtag truthierness.
If my narrative was important, then you guys would see fit to go retweet me and get it out there to more people. If it was so. You feel free to do it. Or not. And we'll just get high and we'll have fun now. I feel like,
Sean, you're a guy.
I feel like I did everything I set out to
Hashtag
do this
keep it
morning, which was defend the trans community, do it right, and to put down all the people that are putting
And
them
I did
down
this.
for defending your free speech.
Hashtag
How
keep it
dare
open.
you? How dare
Josh
you?
G,
You know?
we're gonna
And
IMG
I
you when
tweeted-
it's so raw and funny.
I mean, none of you
Good
see my
stuff
tweets,
this
and
morning,
even when
cheers.
Cyber's looking for my tweets, he doesn't see my tweets. So I know none of you are going to see my tweets. I need to just accept that, okay? Today I'm going to accept that. I'm going to be okay with that. But I want you to know, I tweeted at these people that
Sean,
put up a
you're
video.
the
How dare
How
you?
dare you?
That put up a video about these trans people that were defending trans kids at it. They were like, protect trans kids. They were chanting that. I put that up on my Twitter. I know none of you saw it. None of you will probably see it. That's okay. But I just want you to know, I engaged that whole thread. And I told them, and I know they're not going to see my tweet either because Elon won't let anybody see my tweet. But that's okay. I put it in there anyway. And I said, I'm going live with this, and I disagree with all of you. Every single person that wrote something in this thread, I disagree with every single one of you. Come to my live show and we'll debate it. Well, they're not going to get that invitation. They're not going to see it. You know what you guys could do? You could go to Twitter, you could find that thread, and you could take my invitation, and you could retweet it at every single one of those people that agrees with that stupid frickin' moron that put the video up there in the first place, saying he's like, don't get me wrong, but I can't find one sane person in this entire video. Really? All of them seem pretty sane to me. They were all trying to protect our freedom of speech. And you're sitting there trying to put them down from a sideways direction, saying, don't get me wrong. No, we're totally going to get you wrong, bro. You got it wrong. You're wrong. And it's not about us getting you wrong. It's about you putting out some negativity based on the fact that people who are trans, you don't agree with, that they're saying, because they're saying protect trans kids. Every single one of them was a trans kid. What are you even talking about? What, trans kids don't exist? That doesn't make sense. Those people came from somewhere. They were children at one point. They understand that there's other children today that are in the exact same position that they were in 10, 15 years ago. So just let it go. All right, this doesn't concern you. And if you're not concerned about your free speech and instead you're going to go there and put something negative about trans people, you are the problem. Not part of the problem, you're the problem. And what I'd like to say is, none of those problem children seem to have walked into my chat today, and nobody is disagreeing with me. Not even on Rumble. It's unbelievable. It's almost as if you all agree with me and you disagree with Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump.
Caleb Sliger.
And that makes me feel really good.
They always love to say not to be disrespectful right before they disrespect the most.
Not to be disrespectful. I don't know what they always say. I don't know what you're referring to, Caleb. If you could be a little... Who's they? Just tell me who the people are you're saying they are. They always love to say not to be disrespectful. Are you saying people who control your speech? You're saying like social media platforms are saying, they're going to disrespect us because they silence us, and that is disrespecting us. And they say, oh, don't be disrespectful. You can't say that. Most people wouldn't put up a tweet like this. Well, I'm not most people. What am I, a fucking conformist? What am I, a lemming? Is that what Twitter wants to make me? Most people? Fuck what most people do. Are most people fucking millionaires doing really good for themselves? Oh, that's right, they're not. Well, if I was like most people, I'd be just like most people. So, let me have my words, Twitter, you fucking idiot. Fucking Elon. The problem is it's an echo chamber today, bro, and I don't mind. I don't mind having an echo chamber today. You know why? Because I'm right, they're wrong. And how dare anyone even assume that they could come in and try to argue this point with me when it comes down to free speech. It's not about their genitals. It's not about the color of their hair. It's about your free speech. And first they came for the trans. And where the fuck were you when they came for the trans? Where the fuck were you?
Sean, the Orca guy. Loved how Disney stuck it to DeSantis.
Oh, Disney got him good, and he's all like, I'm gonna get them back. Oh, okay. He's like, it's not over. Okay, you waste your time attacking Disney while Donald Trump starts trouncing you in the polls, dude. While you attack what everyone in America loves. Everyone loves Disney World, bro. So you keep attacking Disney and see how that works out for you, Ron Dick Santis. Ron Dick Slantis. He's got a slanted dick. Ron Dick Slightus. He's got a slight dick. I like that one too. You're listening and agreeing. Thank you, Ice Holu. Ice Holu. That's funny. You're frigging Ice Hole. You're frigging Ice Hole.
Dick Santis.
Dick Santis. You like that? You're listening and agreeing. I like it. So, like I said, on today's show, I want it to be an echo chamber. And the reason why is because I'm not trying to convince people that disagree with me today at all. In fact, if you're concerned and focused on people's genitalia over your own freedom of speech, you're going to get exactly what you're asking for. You deserve it. So I don't want you to hear my voice. I don't care. You know, your plight doesn't affect me. Realize that. You can either choose to stick up for your own freedom of speech or not. I give you the path. You can either walk down it, or you can sit at home and act like, you know, everything is fine and remain being the problem for our speech. And, you know, that's really what it comes down to. I know people want to make this a children's issue. They want to make this a schools issue. They want to make this a gender issue. They want to make this an LGBTQ issue. They want to make this a religious issue. It's none of those, man. All it comes down to is your freedom of speech. And it starts with us taking away trans people's freedoms of speech. Okay, that's where it starts. And I just hope that that the people that are in here agreeing with me are understanding and comprehending the importance, if you will, of the topic today. It's important. You know, your ability to express yourself in America. You live in the UK. You can't criticize the government or the Queen or whatever. Well, then
Posted the link to the comments on
it's
Twitter.
A little too late for y'all. Thank you, Nick. Those of you that love that you're on the trendy nickname too. Those of you that agree with me and realize that this is fascism, that this is an attack on all of us, not just the trans community. And you can see that. I want to say thank you for having those blinders and taking them off. If you had blinders on before like I did and you've taken them off, good. That's why I want you on this show, man. I want you guys to be better. We don't have to change the world. We just have to change ourselves, man. And then, you know, we go to our graves feeling great. Remember that. You don't have to change the world to be a great person. Just change yourself, man. If you're doing it wrong, I mean, you might already be doing it right. You might not have to change anything. If you're that guy, you're awesome. You know, you had great parents. You had great friends. Whatever it was, you listened. You were better than me. I took years and years to get to this point, and I'm proud of my journey.
Caleb Sliger.
And I hope that you want to take the journey with me.
Be better people.
Be better, people. Be better. You know, and if there are no trans kids, then what were trans people when they were young?
Collection. A nice box just arrived. And Leo smells ribs and Rogan all over that thing.
That's so funny.
And Adidas. Freedom of speech gets restricted everywhere. It's important.
Billy, I'm so happy you got your box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Billy got his box, everybody. Freedom of speech gets restricted everywhere. It's an important topic wherever you are, as long as it's planet Earth. Stand up for your rights. And speech is spelled with 2 E's. I made this S-P-E-E-C-H. S-P-E-A-C-H is a mistake that I used to make too. I used to think it was S-P-E-A-C-H for some reason. But it's double E. So we're all learning things today. I was watching that thing from Back to the Science about Dr. John Campbell. She just destroys that guy. It's hilarious. I gave you guys the link to it. I hope you guys chose to watch it too. Doesn't matter, one way or the other.
Sorry. Thanks, happy face.
No problem. Just sharing the information with you. Oh, look, I've lost a follower on Rumble. Did I get to 130 last night? Now it's back down to 129. Somebody unfollowed. I say Twitter, I meant Rumble. Someone unfollowed me on Rumble, so I'm back down to 129 instead of 130. I got to 130 last night, I think. And somebody came in and didn't like me because I put up a title that says, if there's no trans kids, then what were trans people when they were young?
Just a minute.
So someone on Rumble got butthurt over that.
Need a bit of coffee.
It's a question. And if you're a Rumbler and you're a Trump or a DeSantis reporter or supporter, or you're a Republican, or you're a right-winger, then I open the floor up to you on Rumble right now, and I challenge you to answer my question. If there are no trans kids, then what were trans people when they were young? So the chant is, protect trans kids. What Republicans are saying is, oh, you all sound crazy. Well, I'm saying that you sound crazy, because what were trans people when they were younger? Answer my question, Rumble. Anybody on... Oh, look, somebody else left Rumble. They're running away on Rumble because I'm asking them a question that they don't have an answer for. Ben Shapiro didn't give them the answer. Candace Owens didn't give them the answer. Ron DeSantis, Donald Trump, none of them have given them the answer. And they don't have an answer to my question. That means that I win and you lose. If you can't answer my question, I win. It's a simple question. It's the title of the video. I challenge one person to answer the question.
Thornton. Hello, morning.
Thank you, Billy
Don't
Bong.
run away, Rumble
Caleb,
people.
always crickets, right? That's Rumble. Crumble. We're going to call it Crumble. Rumble be crumbling. I'm going to open it in just a minute. I just woke up, need a bit of coffee and his breakfast and a little bit of his garden. Woohoo! Certain right-wing media have used scare tactics to get people to hate transgenders by saying, oh, grown men.
Great impression.
While being in the women's bathrooms. It's completely ridiculous scare tactics.
Sean, you're a guy.
You know,
I gotta go find some coffee.
somebody just passed a law, and I want to say it was Texas, but I can't remember, but they passed a law, or they're trying to pass a law or something, where you have to use the bathroom of your whatever sex you were born to. So if you were born a male, you have to use the male bathroom. If you were born a female, you have to use the female bathroom. That's what Texas is saying. So, bro, this is going to cause so many problems, and it is such a... I mean, the fact that we're scared to share a bathroom with someone whose gender we might question. It's a bathroom. You're going in there to use the bathroom. Who cares who goes in there? Are you fucking kidding me? What about unisex bathrooms, bro? Do you live in a home? Do you live in a house? Okay. Does it say men or women's room on the bathroom, you fucking freaks? Oh, that's right. It doesn't. Oh, wow. Problem solved, I guess. Problem solved. You all use the same bathroom in the house. You can use the same fucking bathroom in public. I tell you what, take the goddamn men and women's fucking pictures off the fucking bathrooms and have a goddamn crapshoot. Whatever fucking door you open, hey, man, hello, I'm using this one. Big fucking deal. Shocking? You guys offended? I know you're not. I know you're probably just getting high and you're chilling out, and that's fine. I'll finish the thought. Leave trans people alone, bro. Okay, leave the bathrooms be. Let everything just be the way it was, because before you guys started trying to write bills around all this, everything was working just fine, man. You know, if somebody breaks the law somewhere, you go after the law they broke.
Caleb Slider.
You don't have to pass new ones.
What about Porta-John?
Right? What about a Porta-John? Oh, there was a trans person in there before I went in there. That was they had some kind of a trans thing going on, and now I can't use that Why? What's your problem? I was in the bathroom at the urinal and I saw a trans person come in. I'm pretty sure
Caleb
that was
Slater.
just a woman with short hair.
In family bathrooms, no one is going after those.
Family bathrooms. How are you going to go after somebody's bathroom in your house? You're not. It's not going to happen. But restaurants and places of business and public places and why are you making this an issue? I'll tell you why they're making it an issue. So they can marginalize, ostracize, and segregate a group of people so that all of us can hate on them and treat them like the Nazis treated the Jews.
The Valentine Collection.
It's all a process of fascism, guys. This is how fascism wins you over. Don't be bought by fascism.
Like, that girl's hot, and Ted says, but she uses the urinal. Ted saved Bob and random girl a lot of time and embarrassment.
Why do people judge? It's none of their business. You got a problem with the fucking bathrooms. Maybe you don't use them. Okay? You saw a trans person walking into a bathroom that makes you feel uncomfortable. Hey, get in your car, drive home, and go use your own fucking bathroom then. How about that? And in the meantime, you can go fuck yourselves. How's that? Is that good? Because that's what you deserve. That's how you deserve to be spoken to. I'm sick of being nice. I'm not trying to win people over. I'm just telling you you're all a bunch of fucking cunts and you deserve what you fucking get. That's it. You're not getting sympathy from me. You're going to be called out for the fucking pussies and the fucking snowflakes that you are. And, how dare we show a picture of David, the statue of David, to young children in an art class. Oh my God, they might see a human penis. Oh my God, well what do they see in the bathroom when they look in the mirror?
Can't use a certain restroom.
What do they see when they look down and they take a piss in a toilet? Oh my God, there's a penis there too. We need to hide that from the children. The children can't see a penis. That's how fucking dumb you sound. But I digress. I told you we were going to go there, and we went there fast, didn't we? And I warned you on this show. A lot of people don't want to listen to the anti-fascism guy. Oh, Antifa! Oh, Antifa! Fuck you. Fuck you. Of course I'm anti-fascist. Do you know what fascism is? I could give you an example. I could block all of you in my chat right now and tell you all to fuck off. Then you'd kind of get the understanding of what fascism feels like. That's what fascism is. Every single one of you gets singled out and blocked. You have no more voice. And, Chuckles is going to come to your house and drag you out of your homes and put you in a cell. How's that? That's fucking fascism. How's it feel? Being silenced and brutalized and beaten and murdered. Is that what you want? Well, then go vote for DeSantis. Go vote for Donald Trump. They're both fascists and they love each other. So, go at it.
Billy Bong Thornton.
I'm just glad.
Boo, I don't want to be silenced.
I'm glad to be on the right side of truth. And I don't care about history. Because I know where this is all going. This is going down, and it's going down bad. It's not going to look good. We're not going to win. Truth isn't going to win. Fascism's going to win. We're getting our asses beat. We don't have enough people. Look, man. Until I see the Jews and the African Americans out there standing up for the LGBT community, I know we've already lost this battle. So show me where all the Jews and the African Americans are that are defending the trans community. I'd love to talk to those people. You can't chalk me up for the Jews because I don't consider myself a Jew. So, go find someone who still considers themselves a Jew. And you let me know if they're speaking out against all this bullshit.
The Valentine
Or are they talking about something? Are they talking about Israel? Or are the African Americans talking about reparations?
People outraged over Michelangelo's David E.W. up on the Goonies, a movie that not only presented the statue, but used children joking about his broken penis as a huge gag. The Valentine Collection. Why was it funny then, but a crime now?
I don't remember that on the Goonies. How do I not remember the David thing on the Goonies? How funny is that? I don't remember that. I'm going to have to go watch Goonies again, I guess. Oops. Oh, that's gonna suck. Why was it funny then, but a crime now? Well, blackface used to be funny then, right? Sometimes society outgrows things. Right? We learn, we get empathy. We grow. We become more in tune to each other's sensitivities and emotions and feelings. Right? That's why it was funny then, but it's a crime now. That's why someone looks at a movie like Blazing Saddles and could say, you could never pull that movie off today. Other people would disagree, but as a society, hey man, cigarette smoking isn't glorified anymore in movies. You know? Alcohol drinking is still. And it's too bad. But, you know, the decline of the cigarette in a movie is part of the journey. It's just a slow journey, Billy. It's way too slow. We're way smarter than society as a whole. We are way ahead of society as the average human being. We understand things. You know, if somebody thinks that they should go vote for Ron DeSantis, we're way smarter than them. If someone thinks they should go vote for Joe Biden, we're way smarter than them. You know, just you knowing that that's a bad leader, that would be a bad person, and somebody else is going to block out and put the blinders on and not look at the fact that Joe Biden is a crumbling old man that sniffs children, among so many other problems with that guy. But you're not, but hey, David Pakman's not going to talk about, I wonder if David Pakman ever covered Joe Biden sniffing kids. You know? I wonder if David Pakman ever covered Joe Biden raping Tara Reid. I wonder if David Pakman, the shit lib, has ever covered Joe Biden's war crimes or his attacks on Social Security and Medicare.
So. Nay, you're spitting straight facts today, bro.
Hey, Trevor DeSalle, what is up, brother? You know, I'd like to spit some straight cannabis smoke in y'all's faces. How about that?
No, they did not.
No, they did not. Sometimes I'll repeat something you said because I forgot what we were just talking about.
Yep. Data hit the statue, broke its penis. Aston says, that's my mom's favorite piece, followed by Feldman saying, he wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
How do I not remember that? How do I not remember the Statue of David from Goonies, bro? Oh my God, I've seen that movie more than once, and I can't believe I don't remember that part. That is so funny. It's terrible. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. That is great, dude. I'm so glad you said that because I realized there's something in my life that I enjoyed once and I can go back and enjoy it all over again like I never saw it.
Trevor Dusso. I don't remember that either. One of my all-time favorites.
That's kind of weird, huh? Anyway, I got this bowl packed, man. My cat wants to go outside. Okay, you go outside. You can go outside if you want.
Caleb Sliger. Dab up number 710.
Dab up, son. Hey, man, Anchor's up 11%. Oh my
Trevor
goodness.
Dusso. Goonies is one of the best films ever, Imo.
Goonies was amazing. What an adventure that movie was, dude.
Trevor Dusso. Cheers, y'all.
Oh. Wah, wah, wah.
The Ballantyne
I was like 45,
collection.
44.
Then they glued his wand back on upside down, and Brolin says, if God made it that way, we'd all be pissing in our faces.
God, how do I not remember any of this? That kind of seems familiar.
Really
That
long
line
time.
seems familiar.
Found this study on cannabis from 1970. It's finite, ha ha ha.
It's fucking great.
Trevor do so.
I have to look at that. Oh wait, is it the guy? Is it the guy that they inject him with THC and they're like, "How you feeling?" And he's like, "I'm feeling great, man." He's wearing glasses, and they're like, "Well, so what? Can you explain to us exactly what it is you're feeling?" And he goes, "Good, real good." They go, "Are you hungry?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, man.
Billy
I could
Bob
eat right now,
Thornton.
man."
No, he drinks it.
Was it the guy sitting in a chair in a black and white video?
Billy Bong Thornton.
Yeah. I seen that. Okay, I thought they injected it, but he drank it. My bad. Okay, that's hilarious. I love that. I showed that to my mom the other day, bro.
Edwin Spock.
I was like, Mom, look at this guy. He tried cannabis a long time ago. Look at this.
Trevor do so.
He's like, yeah, man. Oh man.
Edwin Spock's
It's like,
420.
did you see anything? And he's like,
I love
everything
it
looks
too.
so colorful, and clear, and. Are you hallucinating at all? No.
Billy Bong Thornton.
No.
He was going through cards telling how he feels. Ha ha ha.
I loved it, bro. I loved that. That guy was so funny. Yeah, it's like, you know, oh, he's gonna turn into a gorilla and start smashing things like the
Valentine
Hulk.
Collection.
You know?
Yeah, I know that guy. They give him cards that ask him stuff, and he says,
Yeah.
Not
Are you
at
angry?
all, over and
Not
over.
at all. Are you
LOL.
sad? Nope. Not at all. Would you say you're happy? And he'd be like, he thought about it, you know, he's like, yeah, I'd say I'm pretty happy. It's so funny. Anyway, let's smoke for that guy, man. That the big pioneer before any of us were around, you know, and that guy was doing it, man. So thanks to that man for being a lab rat for cannabis. Let's smoke to him. And all of you that come into this show
420.
and make it happen for me.
Cheers.
Because if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. And you guys keep it going. Pink Floyd, Edwin, Caleb,
Cheers,
Billy
anyone.
Valentine, Billy Bong Thornton,
Caleb Slider.
Trevor DeSalle, and anybody that
Okay,
might be
cheers
watching
for
on the
the
Rumble Sphere
glasses.
whose penis is feeling this
Don't
small
froggy.
because you're realizing that there
What
really
would
are
Charlie
trans
Police
kids.
like?
Sorry to have to burst your bubbles. Cheers to all of you guys. Thank you.
Robert the Connoisseur. Cheers. Trendy Nick. Cheers. Ice Holy at 8:12. Sparks Morning.
Hey, Robert. Hey, Joel. Nick. All right, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to give you guys a direct link because I'm dying to hear the
Billy Bong Thornton. Where is that guy at today from 1970? We gotta find him. Billy Bong Thornton.
we got to find him. Pro-Semites. When Jews are racist, does that make them pro-Semites? It's bad, isn't it? Ugh. Oh, thanks.
You want me to put it in the bathroom?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Mom. Great. So I was engaging people on a trans thing, but I thought I shared it or liked it or something.
The
but
Valentine collection.
I can't find the video of all
Razor Faye is out of the apron.
the trans people. Oh, someone like that. You always be at the top of my human pyramid. Who like that?
Caleb Slider.
Nick Brown. Thank you, bro.
Probably
Thank
still
you.
Feeling pretty good wherever he is.
Thank you for liking my tweet, bro. Where is this video? I am so confused. Oh, I found it. Here it is. Don't get me wrong, but okay. So, let me show this video, and you guys can see what's going on here. They're saying protect trans kids. Is this it? No. There you go. So, okay, that's the video. And look at that picture right there, and I want you guys to see all the people that are there, right? That's a lot of people. That's a lot of support. You all need to be a part of these groups of people too. All of us need to be a part of these groups of people. We all need to be supportive of these groups of people who are looking out for what? Who could tell me what they're in there defending? Who could tell me? It's a quiz. Who in the chat can tell me what those people are protecting for you right now? What are they protecting? Tell me. They're saying protect trans kids, but what are they defending for you? And why should you be supportive of them? Who in the chat can just answer that question really fast?
John
Free speech.
G.
Exactly.
Free speech.
You're listening. You're learning. Yes, Caleb, it's free speech.
Free speech.
It's the ability to be who you want to be, to act how you want to act, to say what you want to say, to be where you want to be around the people you want to be around, to express yourself the way you want to express yourself, to be whatever gender you want to call yourself. Right. And none of the intricacies of their actual argument should have anything to do with the fact that you need to realize that they're just sticking up for your free speech. Don't let the Republicans confuse you into thinking that those are bad people. Don't let the Republicans fool you guys. All right? Those are the people you need to be supporting. I don't care whether you support their sexuality, how they express themselves, their gender, or any of that. I don't care. It's not about that. You go stand shoulder to shoulder with those people, and you be proud of the fact that they're Americans that are defending your right to free speech. And if you stand there with them, then you're helping them defend everybody else's right to free speech as well as your own. And, what's more important than that in the United States? I mean, in the UK, you guys don't give a fuck about your free speech. You guys are a fucking pathetic joke. You've let that government fucking grab your balls and squeeze them into fucking the size of peas.
I must be a bad Republican.
That ain't for America, bro. I must be a bad Republican then. Why are you a bad Republican, Robert? Why are you a bad Republican? This is the Republican agenda, to silence those people. Do you deny that? Do you want to go over what Ron DeSantis is doing in Florida to trans rights? You want to go over...
Robert the Connoisseur.
Well, then why are you a Republican?
I believe in rights.
Then why are you a Republican? Why do you even vote? Why are you voting to silence trans people? Why are you voting to ban books? Are you against the Statue of David, bro? From I know it's a lot of questions, but from
Edwin Sparks 420.
From Michelangelo?
At Ice Holy at 812. Good morning.
Ice Hole.
Billy Bong Thornton. Robert, don't be cunty.
Dude, Robert's not being cunty. He's being honest, and that's what I appreciate about him. He is a Republican. And I don't mind him coming in here and being my friend. Understand that. And him and I can talk and try to sort this out. And he could try to answer and speak for his...
Robert the connoisseur.
His politics.
Who gave women their rights? Who let minorities own property?
Who gave women their rights? Who let minorities own property? Who cares? Are you talking about shit that happened before we were born, dude? Those people aren't the same people of the same party today. And you're trying to straw man me. And if your first argument with me is a piece of straw, Robert, let's just get high, bro. I'm not going to argue with you. You can't straw man me. You think I'm an idiot? Because right now what you just did was you patronized me. You tried to make my audience think that I'm an idiot by saying that to me. Who gave women their rights? Who let minorities own property? Who fucking cares? We're talking about freedom of speech today. We're talking about trans rights in a courthouse where people are screaming, protect trans kids. So what does that have to do with what you just said? Straw Man 101, bro.
Billy Bong Thornton. Women fought for
Don't fall into his trap, Billy. Don't fall into Robert's trap. He's setting up a straw trap, and he's dug a hole. He's laying it with straw, and he wants you to fall into it. Don't be suckered, Billy. You know, he needs to earn a response. And when you straw man, you don't have an argument. So once again,
Josh G.
Robert.
I think Robert beat you to the bone. Robert the connoisseur. Like I said, less government, full rights, bad Republican.
It doesn't make sense. I don't understand what you're saying. What you're telling me is you're a good Republican, but you keep saying bad Republican. You're like the only Republican who says less government, full rights. You know why? Because Ron DeSantis is imposing more government by taking over all the school boards in the state of Florida. Texas is doing more government by imposing their will on the LGBTQ community and women over there, by imposing their anti-abortion legislation in both of those states. Robert
the connoisseur. He is a rhino.
He's a Republican in name only? Who's a Republican in name only? Let me take this train, Robert.
Robert the connoisseur.
Yup.
Yep.
Let me take this train and put it back on the tracks, because I think we've kind of derailed. Kind of in a Pete Buttigieg world here. We've derailed. We've gone off the tracks. Let's put the train back on the tracks.
The connoisseur. Texas and Flaw governor.
Oh, I would beg to defer with you. When both of those men got millions of Republicans to vote them into office, bro. What are you even talking about? Once again, that's not even a piece of straw, bro. It's not even discussable. I don't even know what... No, I put those in there. No, I didn't want those. I put a pair of shorts in there because I'm like, these don't fit me. They're all stretched out and they're ruined. I was like, I just need... That was just going to go in the garbage anyway. And I thought you'd laugh when you saw it. So those aren't underwear. It's a bathing suit. But, okay. Tell everybody my packing secrets, bro.
Robert the connoisseur. Most rhinos elected are backed by...
Bro, they're not rhinos. You're in denial. You need to just stop calling yourself a Republican if you disagree with the Republican Party.
Trendy Nick.
By calling Republicans, you're calling all the Republican leadership Republicans in name only, who've been elected by Republicans, who serve the Republican Party, who push the Republican narrative, who pass Republican legislation. I mean, I'm not even getting upset with you, Robert, anymore, because you're not making sense, man. And what you're showing my audience right now is that Republicans are kind of dumb people. So stop being dumb Stop playing dumb if that's what you're trying to do right now. And like I said, let's put the train back on the track and get back to what we're discussing, Robert. Because you seem to not have any answers for me. So, once again, the people that we're referring to, the problem that you seem to have is that the very first thing you said.
Collection. I searched the pockets.
You searched the pockets? Was there anything in the pockets? Did you find some Q-tips? What did you find in the pockets? You said you must be a bad Republican then. They are protecting the first. You got that right. But then you said you must be a bad Republican. So that's where I'm going to. Once again, I say, why are you a bad Republican? Collection. Let's just get to the heart of what you said.
Clean.
Right? Because we went way off the topic of what we were discussing, and it wasn't making any sense. You start talking about rhinos and shit. I'm talking about you.
Caleb Sliger. How, Robert, how?
So why are you a bad Republican? Why do you think that I perceive you as a bad Republican?
The Valentine collection. I found 3 Bitcoin in the back pocket.
Really? No,
Robert
you didn't.
the connoisseur. I want open carry in all arms, full freedom of speech, as the second states.
And that makes you a bad Republican? I'll ask you again. You said, I guess I'm a bad Republican. I mean, maybe you're just high and you're just not making sense, which is fine.
Billy Bong Thornton.
Bro, if you're just high and not making sense, that's fine. Most of the other things you said weren't making sense either, so it's okay. Dude, can we change your name from Robert the Connoisseur to just Robert the Sewer? Because your mouth is just a sewer hole. I mean,
Robert
I don't mind debating you, but you got to bring something throw in front of me. I mean, I could argue your side for you better than you can. Why don't you hire me as your lawyer, bro? And I'll argue your side for you against me, and I'll show you how it's done.
Robert the Connoisseur.
But it's $100 an hour.
Well, name calling. Restream.io.
Robert the Sewer.
Congratulations.
Dude,
you've received
I'm not name calling you. I'm not name calling you because I'm losing some kind of a debate with you. I'm calling you names right now. Number one, because you're not making any sense. And everyone in the chat can see that. Everything that you said is appearing right here for everyone to read. It makes no sense. We're talking about trans rights. We're talking about how these people are in there screaming for protect trans kids. That would distract you from realizing that what they're really protecting is your free speech. We all agreed on that. And then you said, I guess I'm a bad Republican. Republicans are trying to silence trans people all over the country, bro. You want to go look up all the states that are passing anti-trans legislation right now so I can prove, my point that Republicans are doing this and you call yourself a Republican.
Trans rights were done in 1973. Billy Bong Thornton.
Trans rights were done in 73.
At first we thought you were straw-manning us, Roberto. Now we think you're nuts.
Robert wants to be right, but he doesn't know how to pick his battles, man. This is a really bad one. He literally said from the beginning he agreed that those people were protecting our free speech. So what are you fucking trying to argue about, dude? It's like what Billy Bong said. You're nuts, man. You're not making any sense. And I gave you an out. I mean, I was like, are you high? Are you why aren't you making sense? You could totally just explain it to us. You don't have a problem with facts, Just give them to me. Give me the facts.
Caleb Sliger. spewing out inco statements.
Hence the sewer hole comment, right? It's pretty accurate. I thought it was very accurate.
Connoisseur. Hi. Medicated, we don't get high.
Okay, medicated. Whatever. Whatever you want to refer to it as, Robert. I'm going to start calling you that, Robert. I like that. Okay,
Caleb
Robert.
Slider.
I'm not exasperated with you at all, Robert. I want you to know that. Not at all right now. I'd love for you to start making sense. But, I mean, I think I'd be getting more sense right now out of Decine Brew
Robert the Connoisseur.
than you.
Isty Robert, thank you, LOL, ha 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 ha.
It's Saint Robert, thank you. Saint Robert? Was there? There was no Saint Robert, was there? That's funny. Saint Robert. There should be a Saint Hank. Because that's the man's name that saved my life when I was 3 years old. Fell in the swimming pool. And basically drowned in the family swimming pool, man. Guy pulled me out, gave me CPR, brought me back to life. They put me in the hospital. And I remember being in the hospital when I was 3 years old. That's one of my first memories. Okay, so I'm ready to smoke this. What's going on over here? So we're watching this trans thing, and I don't really have a problem with their chant, protect trans kids. So I don't know where that one is. Oh, because they're off, so they don't show up. I see. All right, I got you.
The
Getting
Valentine
rid of some of these
Collection.
pages that I pulled up.
These are eat, man. Thanks. And some that aren't curvy can be added to others to make them work.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm so glad you like them, bro. I didn't know if they were going to work or not, and I'm so glad. I'd like to find more for you, though. So we don't need that. Let me get rid of that. What's this one right here? Twitter? What's that? We don't need that. Remove that. I got so many extra windows here. Remove. Remove. Okay. Well, we're using everything on screen. I don't have any extra windows open. That's cool. And you can see my feet. Go to Billy's OnlyFans only, whatever it's called, to see these feet in action, folks. It's going to cost you, though. All right, let's move on to the next subject. Nailed it. What the hell is Ron DeSantis doing? 1945 is reporting on that. That's funny because they're right wing. But I'm not even going to look at that article. Audience laughs at professor telling Riley Gaines there's no difference between male and female bone structure. Oh, come on, dude. That's a professor. I have a serious problem with that. Stop discriminating against female athletes. That's interesting. That is where the trans community and I have a big disagreement. So it seems that the trans community supports someone who used to be a man transitioning into a female and then joining female sports and destroying women on the fields of basically battle, of sports battle. And it seems like the trans community seems to say that that's okay. Well, I'm going to have to say, like your pronouns, I disagree with you. Okay? And trans community, we're going to have to disagree. We're going to have to disagree on this point. So, anybody want to come at me on that, feel free. It's just like the pronouns thing. You're hurting yourselves. It doesn't make sense. Joe Rogan is right. Okay, this professor is fucking an idiot and is wrong. And you know, there are just too many examples out there. I mean, while certainly it's possible for a woman to beat a man at some sport or whatever, certainly, and it happens. You know, and women can play in men's leagues and all of that. Absolutely. It doesn't make it okay for someone who used to be a man with the bone structure and muscle structure of a man, with the size and the weight of a man, to just say, hey, I'm a woman. And South Park did a really, really, really good episode on this. And the problem was with that South Park episode was they made it too over the top for people to really grasp a hold of the issue, because it was so bombastic and so outrageous and so over the top, and it was hilarious. And at the same time, if it was done right, I think it would have punched further, you know, and it would have hit harder, and it needed to, because that was in my opinion, as far as the trans community is concerned, it's a necessary obstacle for them to get past. They have to admit that, hey man, Joe Rogan's right about this. Sorry. Admit it and move past it. And then, in doing that, the trans community gets stronger. You pick this battle, you're going to lose. But I got your gun. Doesn't matter. You're going to lose. You're going to lose, Billy. 48 hours. You're going to lose, Billy. It's all stacked against you, trans community. You're not going to win this fight. The facts are against you. I mean, and South Park episode actually makes it really obvious as to why you shouldn't even go down that path. Just go ahead and say, you know what, as far as a man that transitions into a woman joining into women's league sports, you know, it better be agreed upon. Everyone on the team and everyone that has to compete with that person signed and agreed to. And if that's the point, if that's the case, then I'm okay with it. I would be able to, hey man, if everyone playing in that sport agrees, we're going to let this monster play against us, who is what do they call that? A ringer? Maybe go watch The Ringer, you know, maybe understand what that is. I don't understand how you can be that ignorant, trans community. So don't be that ignorant, because the facts are going to fight you, and the facts are against you, and the facts are going to end up biting you in your asses. Don't let that happen. Get on the right side of this and do it now. So that being said, let's see what this article is all about, because this is pretty interesting. This is what I was just talking about. Audience laughs at professor telling Riley Gaines there is no difference between male and female bone structure. A University of Pittsburgh classroom erupted with laughter after a professor argued with swimmer Riley Gaines that an archaeologist cannot discern whether a person was male or female by examining their bones. Bullshit, I see it all the time. They can see it in the jaw. They can see it in the length of the bones. They can see it in... They see it, bro. I mean, it's in the pelvic muscles, everything. There are differences. Did I say muscles? I mean bones. I mean, they see the difference between a male and a female. Even super old, ancient, they can tell, man. So for someone to make this claim is freaking hilarious.
Tiffany wrote,
Let's
bang up Women's History
now
Month so far.
disclaimer right off the start. And this is what I do, folks. This is how it goes. I hate Fox News, and I hate all of the anchors and anchorettes on it. Okay? They all suck my dick. That being said, sometimes I listen to people who I completely hate because I might find something that we agree on, and it's those times when you agree on something with people who are different, that's how you can start building those bridges and trying to mend the wounds of our separations right now, our us versus them, right? You got to start building bridges. So that's why I listen to people. That's why I'm a free speech absolutist. So I'm going to go ahead and listen to this fucking dumb cunt. And let me just add it on here. Yeah, let's see.
This has been some bang up Women's History Month so far. It started when the White House gave out a Women of Courage award to a biological male. And last week, USA Today included a biological male on its Women of the Year list. And then over the weekend, Tiffany Thomas won first place in a New York City amateur cycling race. After winning the race, Tiffany wrote that the race made her feel like a superhero. Maybe even Superman, since Thomas is a biological male. Now, you're sensing a trend here. Joining me now is Riley Gaines. She's a spokeswoman with the Independent Women's Forum and former swimmer at the University of Kentucky, where she tied with transgender swimmer Leah Thomas.
I gotta smoke, man. This is crazy.
Just last
Everybody,
year.
no longer going to cannabis. I love all of you for coming here. Thank you. It means everything. Whether you're here now, in the future, watching this, I hope you're enjoying it.
You know, we are
subscribe
seeing
to the channel while you're here and leave me a thumbs up.
We're seeing it being pushed
Cheers,
by the
guys.
media. We're seeing it being pushed by, of course, the left. We're seeing it being pushed by large woke organizations, whether that be in sport or just within our everyday lives.
Caleb Slager.
This is something that's happening at
Cheers.
a rampant rate around the country. And like I said, it's bigger than just sports. We're seeing it all over. We're changing the language we're using. We're no longer using terms like motherhood or breastfeeding because those are now deemed offensive. And notice how this is always an attack on women. The men's category, the men's division, men's language, it's never under jeopardy, and I wonder why that is.
Now, Riley, a little bit of good news here. The international governing body for track and field is standing up for female athletes. This from them today.
The World Athletics Council has today taken the decisive action to protect the female category in our sport. And to do so by restricting the participation of transgender and DSD athletes. So none of these athletes will be eligible to compete in the World Athletics Championships in Budapest in August.
Well, I mean, your reaction to that, again, a little piece of good news.
Wait, good news?
That's exactly what it
Are there both men and women competing in that? Or is it just a women's thing? So I'm very confused right now. How is that good news? I'm so confused. I am so confused right now.
We're changing the language we're using. We're no longer using terms like motherhood or breastfeeding because those are now deemed offensive. And notice how this is always an attack on women. The men's category.
She says we're no longer using words like motherhood and breastfeeding. I just heard her use the words, and I just used the words too. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird how they lie right to your face? We're no longer using the words. What, you stupid fucking cunt bitch? What did you just fucking say? You literally just said words that you said were no longer being used anymore. You're an idiot. You don't even make sense. You know, and I got news for y'all. You're allowed to call a mom, a mother, a mother. You're allowed to call motherhood, and you're allowed to call, what was the other thing she said that we don't say anymore? We don't say the word anymore?
Notice how this is always an attack on women. The men's category, the men's division, men's language, it's never under jeopardy, and I wonder why that is.
Now, Riley, joining me now is Riley Gaines. She's a spokeswoman for the
Caleb
Independent
Slager. Breastfeeding.
We're no longer using terms like motherhood or breastfeeding.
Thank you, Caleb. Yeah, breastfeeding. So, yeah, I'm going to say it right now. She's just said it. Breastfeeding. I'm going to say the word too. Breastfeeding. Hey, a mother breastfeeds her child. There, I used the word. What do you mean we're no longer using words? She's so fucking weird how they just lie to your face.
Because those are now deemed offensive. And notice how this is only always an attack on women. The men's category, the men's division, men's language, it's never under jeopardy, and I wonder why that is.
Now, Riley, a little bit of good news here. The International Governing Body for Track and Field is standing up for female athletes. This from them
Female
today.
athletes.
The World Athletics Council has today taken the decisive action to protect the female category.
Okay,
in our
okay.
sport.
Okay, the female category. My bad. My bad. I didn't hear him say the female category, and that makes total sense because I agree. I agree. Trans, someone who was previously a male that transitions into a female should not be allowed to play the other females unless all the females on both teams that are playing agree. And they got to sign a freaking waiver and say, okay, we agree. Otherwise, forget about it. They should develop a waiver system like that. So, hey, you want to play, well, you got to make sure it's okay with everybody else that's already doing this. Because you have an unfair advantage, and we're not going to act like you don't. Okay, that would be denying facts and science. I mean, did you see the height of that bicyclist? The bicyclist compared to the other two? I mean, they were standing on a podium that made them taller, but still, you could tell.
And to do so by restricting the participation of transgender and DSD athletes.
Longer
so none
legs,
of these
bigger
athletes
leg
will
muscles,
be eligible
bigger lungs.
to compete in the World Athletics Championships in Budapest in August.
Well, I
Smaller
mean,
brain.
your reaction to that, again, a
You're
little
welcome,
piece
ladies.
of good news.
That's exactly what
So,
it feels
okay.
like, is a little piece.
So when she says it's good news, I'm going to go back and correct myself. That was good news. It was very good news. I completely agree. Like I said, it's science, it's facts. You want to play sports. If you were a male at some point, you transition into a female, hey, I support you. I applaud you in doing what you feel comfortable with. I do. Well, you can go back and play with male sports as a woman. And that would be fine with me. And I'm sure it would be fine with the males that are playing with you too.
Of good news. This is huge. This is monumental, really. It's always hard to be the first ones to take a bold step that goes against the woke fad, like I mentioned. And so,
Yo, Stick It, what's up?
by Seb Code doing this and World Athletics doing this, it's a huge first step in the right direction. But the work and the fight to save the mission, or for the mission of saving women's sports, it's nowhere near being done. This, of course, protects elite female athletes, which is huge because these are the girls who have dedicated their entire lives to their sport. But what about those young girls? What about those girls fighting for scholarship spots? We need to make it a priority to protect them as well.
Now, Riley, I don't know if it was you who tweeted this out, but someone, I just read it today, and forgive me for not remembering, but that this whole issue of trans athletes will end when the women's final of Wimbledon is won
Have
by
you
a
heard about
biological
that
man.
new film called More?
No, I have not. Tell me about it. Explain it. Give me a synopsis. I'll be right back. I want a full synopsis by the time I get back. Go. All right, I'm back. All right, synopsis.
The Ballantine Collection.
Hey, you failed.
Summary. Heroin movie.
Okay, it's a heroin movie. Thank you, Billy. No, I haven't heard of it.
Chicket. Yeah, it's about this guy called Kyle Moy. Quite the interesting guy, really. He's a Viking from the 21st century, but he doesn't really know.
He's a Viking? Hell yeah, son. We love Vikings. That's what's up, son.
Like, that will be it. People at that point will say, we're done with this. Do you agree that it's going to take something that big to kind of break this monopoly of insanity?
I do. I
Shab
think it's going to
underscore
take
junkie. He looks like Charlie Hunmum.
Shaba Junkie, what's up, buddy? Am I getting raided? Wouldn't that be great? What's her end game? To me, this and taking the pronouns thing off the table, and I'm good. That's it. You get your bathrooms.
Shab underscore junkie.
You get your drag shows.
No, the actor for Moy looks like Charlie Hunmum.
You get all full rights and access.
Chicket. Yeah, it looks good. He climbs hills and mountains, but he, as I said, doesn't really know.
You know, a trans show can be held at an establishment that's 50 feet away from an elementary school. I don't give a fuck. I'm fine with all that. But this, if that was it, I'd be okay. You know, and take the pronouns off the table. Stop pushing that.
Shab
Right?
underscore
Who cares?
junkie.
Who cares what anybody calls you?
If Moy is trans. Shab underscore junkie.
But this is the problem.
He is a bit feminine.
I don't know. It doesn't really concern us what somebody's sex is or their gender or whatever. That's not the point here. The point is this. These women will not stop at this point. That's not their end game. So they want to continue to take trans people's rights away from them. This, for me, is fine. But let me just tell you. It's a slippery slope I don't want to go down. You know? I don't want to put their feet in the door. But I can't deny how I feel about someone who used to be a man being a woman and trying to get in and dominate a sport where it's just women. So this is the crazy part. I have to sacrifice that slippery slope. I have to put my fucking stake in at the very top of that mountain and say, boom, I'm not fucking going down the other side with these bitches. That's it. This is it. I'm drawing the line. But I do go up to this line. You take your fucking pronouns off the table. Nobody cares what you fucking want to be called. I don't give a fuck. It's not my fucking concern. And if you used to be a man and you transitioned to a female, you can't just go in and dominate a female sport. That's it. But, hey, man, that's it. You got everything else. I give you everything else. And if you want to go to bathrooms, get the fuck off my live stream. If you want to go to drag shows, get the fuck off my live stream. If you want to go to, who can read a story to children, get the fuck off my live stream. Seriously. We're done. This is it. That is my line. And that's where I'm at. I don't care to hear from people who differ from that. As far as I'm concerned, it seems like the most, and it's confusing for me because I haven't ever really in my life been put into a position where I'm coming up with a position politically and telling people how I feel about something. But here we are, and I have to be completely honest with myself. And, whether you agree with me or not, that's exactly where I am. And when I start see you discriminating and you go, and so where I'm at, I don't think that's discriminating. I think saying taking pronouns away, that's not discriminating. That came up all of a sudden. This was a new thing. It just appeared. Fuck that. You don't get to do that. And talk about subverting your own narrative when you start pushing past this point. This is exactly what the other side is doing with their pronouns and trying to force, males who transition into females into women's sports to dominate the entire league. You push too far when you desire something. Hey man, protect trans kids. Yes. Definitely, man. Definitely. I support you guys 1,000,000%. I know that trans people, you guys were children at some point. I'm not an idiot. You came from somewhere. You didn't just magically appear. So, would you fight an ex-male wrestler? If you win, you get your way with the pronoun thing. That's fucking hilarious, Shava. Oh! I'll answer it for you. Would I fight an ex-male wrestler? Would I fight a wrestler? So, if I win, I get my way. So, basically, the whole world, if I win this fight, the world is just going to drop the pronoun thing? Why not? Sure, man. Bring on the wrestler. I can fight him however I want, right? There's no rules. Just we're fighting? Are we just fighting? I got to fight a wrestler? That used to be a male that has transitioned into a female? We got the same bond. Get the fuck out of here. What? Is one? Street fight? Bro, gang rules? What's the weight class? We got weight class here or what? Are we gonna take this seriously? Yeah, here's the wrestler, and it's somebody who's 7 feet tall and weighs 290 pounds. Have fun, Nay. No, dude, the whole world agrees that we're gonna drop the pronouns thing and quit making a big deal out of it. Just tell me what you want me to call you. Don't force it down my throat. How's that? We're talking. Blah, blah, blah. Right on, bro. Oh, yeah, don't not refer to me as a male. Okay, right on, person, human, dude. Nope, not that. That's male. Okay, right on, can I call you girlfriend? Oh, you're comfortable with me calling you girlfriend? Right on, girlfriend. If that's what you want me to call you, cool. I want you to call me Nay. You want me to call you girlfriend? Okay, fine. Whatever you want me to call you. But he's a black belt in karate? He can break 2 boards with a single punch? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. The stakes are pretty high, bro. You keep adding weight to your scenario. Let's smoke this bong. Dude, is this... You got the same bong as me. Is this the bong you got? But different to mine, but yeah, same main. Oh, yeah, do you like my pit bull, bro? Pfft, look at that. How sweet is that? God, I love it. Looks just like mine, bro. Looks like my Beazle. Looks like my Beazle when he's being tempted by something that he wants to eat. In the form of another dog. He got to meet a new puppy this morning, and I was like, you be nice. His whole back flared up. His ears were down, bro. His back flared up. The other dog was all jumping around, and my dog was like, and I was like, I was petting his back, and I was like, it's okay, it's okay. Still flared up. Dog came over, they sniffed each other. The hair finally went down, right? And then we start walking them together so they get used to each other. And you just realize, dude, this dog is a killing machine. And it must be treated as such. You have to watch him the whole time. And you got to get him used to other dogs. And once he learns another dog, he's cool, man. Once he knows a dog, he's fine, He approaches that big dog, the Great Dane, with a little caution, but it's the size of a small horse. So, a dog his size, man, he gets the whole thing. He's scared of horses, bro. I take him to the horse stables, and he's like, no, I don't like these things. Rogan does not like horses, bro. When he saw the first horse's head come over the corral, my dog was like, we just started backing up, bro. I was like, really? I said, yeah, it's a big doggy. He's like, it don't smell like a fucking doggy. Get me the fuck out of here. These things eat grass. I don't believe it. Let's all rip at the same time. We do it. That's what we do here, man. We do simultaneous rips, man. I usually call it at a specific time. So since we're off time right now, I'll say at bottom of the hour, we're 8 minutes late for bottom of the hour. And let's smoke together. I love it that you want to smoke all at the same time, man. I'll even close this window for smoke rings because there's wind coming in. And I've got this backdrop over here for smoke ring action. And this is fantastic. You guys, cheers. No law regarding cannabis. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your days and nights and whatever it is you're doing to come here and populate this audience, because it's all I have to go on. And when you guys show up, man, it means everything to me. So that, the algorithms and the social media, they don't take care of me. It's all y'all guys. So the few of you that show up, man, you make the show happen. Thank you. Cheers. It's all about the O's. He's tweaking the O. He's tweaking the O. He's tweaking the O on the 710. He's tweaking the O. Look at that O. Look at the O on the 710, guys. He's tweaking the O. All right, let's talk about something else. Let's save this in our archive. Okay, audience laughs at professor telling Riley Gaines there's no difference between male and female bone structure. Cardano users to access Ethereum virtual machine contracts with any Cardano wallet. Virtual machine contracts. Okay, I don't know what EVM contracts are. I don't know what Ethereum virtual machine contracts are. I'm a Cardano user, so maybe we should look at this. Cardano users to access Ethereum virtual machine contracts with any Cardano wallet. Users of Cardano, where's my kafef? Users of Cardano will soon be able to access Ethereum virtual machine contracts using any ADA wallet thanks to a new feature on Milkometa. Milkometa is a network that connects different blockchains such as Cardano and Algorand with EVM contracts. According to CEO Sebastian Guillemot of Milkometa, he likes it when I leave the window open so he can just sit there on the windowsill. The upcoming feature will allow all Cardano users to access EVM contracts from any Cardano wallet. This is a major development for both developers and users that can expand the utility of the network. Cardano users will soon be able to access Ethereum virtual machine contracts by leveraging the upcoming feature on Milkometa, a network that interlinks Cardano and Algorand with EVM contracts. Dude, will provide every Cardano with the ability to use contracts directly from any Cardano. This is what we just read. They just printed the same paragraph twice. It is so weird. You can see it here. This paragraph right here, this is a major development. Users of Cardano. And then right here, Cardano users. Major that will expand the network's utility. That can expand the utility of the network. Can you fucking believe this? Dude, it's two versions of the same paragraph, guys. And they accidentally fucking put them in. They were supposed to delete one of those. This is fun. This is from Cryptopolitan. This is hilarious. Damiola Lawrence. When she submitted this to the editors didn't even catch this. And we're high and we caught it. Let me read it to you. Just pay very close attention to what I'm going to say. I'm going to read the same paragraph to you written in two different ways twice. Check this out. Users of Cardano will soon be able to access Ethereum virtual machine contracts using any ADA wallet thanks to a new feature on Milkometa. Milkometa is a network that connects different blockchains such as Cardano and Algorand with EVM contracts. According to CEO Sebastian Guillemot, the upcoming feature will allow all Cardano users to access EVM contracts from any Cardano wallet. Bro, that is a misquote without the quotations, and then they directly quoted him in the next one, which is almost word for word what they just said. Then it says this: this is a major development for both developers and users that can expand the utility of the network. Okay, once again, I'm going to read you the second paragraph. I don't know why. I can't click off of it. Oh, here we go. Cardano users will soon be able to access Ethereum virtual machine contracts by leveraging the upcoming feature on Milkometa, a network that interlinks Cardano and Algorand with EVM contracts. Sebastian Guillemot, CEO of Milkometa, announced late Thursday, quote, Milkometa's new feature will provide every Cardano user with the ability to use EVM contracts directly from any Cardano wallet, end quote. This is a major development that will expand the network's utility for developers and users alike. Now I'm going to read you the last sentence from the first paragraph. This is a major development for both developers and users that can expand the utility of the network. And I'll read you the last one again. This is a major development that will expand the network's utility for developers and users alike. I would be so embarrassed. Why do you have got a box of skulls and baby clothing under your feet? Okay, under my feet. Okay, that's not baby clothes. That's my dog's blanket. It's Puppy Patrol, bro. You ever heard of Puppy Patrol? Jeez Louise, bro. You ain't down with the PP? Motherfucker, come up in here, ain't done with the fucking PP, bro. How dare you? It's fucking Puppy Patrol, bro. You see that? How dare you knock me down with the foot warming, comfortable on my feet, puppy patrol. I like putting my feet on it. What can I say? So, I do that. Check out Billy Ballantyne's GoFundMe, or not, what are they called? OnlyFans onlys? OnlyFans only? Featuring my footwork, my fancy footwork. Yes, indeed. Shaw Hughes, hold on, bro. We'll address that in a second. You're asking about Andrew Tate. Wait, I want to address all of these questions. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm going to read everything. I love that you're asking me questions. Why have I got a box of skulls? Okay, so let's talk about that next. This right here. Does that look familiar to you now? Let me move the chat out the way, son. Does that look like something you've seen before? Nays Garden on Twitter. Look at that. At Nays Garden on Twitter, everybody. That's it. That's what's up. That's what's up. At Nays Garden on Twitter. You don't have Twitter? Download it. It's easy. It's free. It's fun. And you'll find me at Nays Garden on Twitter. At Nays Garden on Twitter. That is hilarious because it's like right down there with the skulls. It's like it's intentional. Like marketing, bro. Like it's getting crushed. It's getting crushed with the skulls. I fucking love it. It's so classy and cool. Psst, so cool. That's from Terminator, bro. That's the opening scene of Terminator. The first movie. You know what that is? You know what that represents? That represents AI destroying man. That's AI in the process of destroying mankind. Now there was just yesterday somebody tried to call out the woman that is in the White House that does the press conferences. She laughed at the Fox News reporter who said there's a Machine Institute of Technology or whatever they're called. They study AI, and they said if you guys don't put regulations on this now, it will result in the death of every single human on the planet. And she laughed. And other people in the audience, and she laughed, you know, because she's a robot and she heard reporters laughing, so then she feigned laughter too. Because she figured she'd shame the Fox News reporter who, you know, Fox News deserves to be shamed. Definitely. But at the same time, hey, guess what? They got one right. This institute where they got we went ahead and we researched who they were last night on the show. And guess who they are? They're serious scientists and programmers. Some of them are even gamers, bro. But they've been for over 10 years, they've been studying AI and trying to come up with solutions to what they knew that this was coming. And I didn't know that they existed, but they've been working on this for some time. And if I go into my bookmarks, let me see if I can find it. Would it be at the very bottom? It might not have been this browser, but let's see. We might get lucky. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at all these stories, guys. Holy shit. Okay, there's the bottom. I found it. I fucking found this. I've got everything right here, man. I've got the Machine Intelligence Research Institute. I almost got it right, guys. They're MIRI, the Machine Intelligence Research Institute. We covered this yesterday, but I'll go ahead and I'll show you the way this woman laughed. Where's my sound at? Oh.
AI development, this is a quote, literally everyone on Earth will die. Would you agree that does not sound good?
Your delivery, Peter, is quite something.
It sounds crazy, but is it?
All I can say is that there's a comprehensive process in place. We put out a
Shaw
blueprint
Hughes.
back in October, as you know.
Emma,
I don't
take
have
a
anything
dab
to
of
share,
lemon
but it
G
is a
live
cohesive
sauce.
federal government approach
Hope you can
to
join.
AI
Shaw, yes,
exist,
dude, I'm
as
with you,
just
bro. I'm
laid
with you,
out
bro.
in a
I'm
very
still
dramatic
trendy as
way.
dabbers, bro.
Clearly.
Anything more
Bro,
dramatic?
I mean, you just read it.
Pause this video and we will go back to that bit just for you because I know you said, dude, what's with the, you're not growing, you're not doing cannabis, you're not, what's wrong, bro? I mean, I'm here, bro. I'm with you. You'll look at my desk, you'll see it's nothing but the finest. Nothing but the best of the best here, bro. This is all award-winning shit. This isn't to laugh at. What I've got on this plate, I would walk into a cannabis cup and sweep the frickin' place. That's how good all that shit is. It's all Big Jim, Frankie Fire, and Pinoy, bro. Jay Hood from Instagram. Go check him out. I'm down, bro. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to show off. I'm just saying. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Shaw Hughes. Batman. Skip. Hi, I'm on Twitch too.
I'm with you. It's a looking good. It's a crumbly. We're gonna try this. This is see whether we get the heat. Ooh, that comes right off. Oh. Okay, we're just gonna. How am I gonna set that right there? Dude, trendy ass dabbers, bro. It's still me, bro.
Skip.
I'm trendy nay.
What is your thoughts on Andrew Tate?
The fuck you guy. Yeah, Andrew Tate, bro. My thoughts on him. Okay. The guy's a complete fucking moron. Don't take a lead from that guy. I mean, he obviously knows how to work out and knows how to fight, and you want to learn how to do that shit. Yeah, great. Learn that. But don't listen to anything else that fucker says.
Gabriel Bassett. What is your thoughts on Andrew Tate? Robert the Connoisseur. IAE LOL.
Don't listen to what he says about women. Right?
Shaw Hughes.
Don't listen to what he says about finance.
Nay. Dick Hole. What is your thoughts on Jordan Person?
Oh, Jordan, what we like to do there is, bucko. I like to claim how I'm a professor, when I'm talking to someone who might be from the LGBTQ community.
Chicken.
Maybe having a debate on whether or not they're allowed to exist, in my world. I've got a very tight bubble, there, bucko. As a professor, I've got credentials. Don't make me explain to you why I'm a professor and have a degree in psychology there,
Valentine
bucko.
Collection. My thoughts on Andrew Tate are. Ha 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 ha. Chicken. I love you, man. You are so on point.
Thanks, man. Will you come to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel? I'll give you a link. And I got a Rumble channel. Subscribe to that, too.
Chicken. I have JP and that.
Hey there, bucko, hey.
Shab _junkie.
What are you talking about, hey there, bucko?
I'll subscribe to them, too.
Okay, look, guys. Here's my YouTube channel. You can go there. Click on... That's the video. That's the YouTube video. But you click on my name and subscribe to the channel. And also, the Rumble.
Sup, brother.
Dude, please subscribe to my Rumble. Please, please, please. Here's a link to the Rumble, guys. This one I really need. I'm at 129 followers. I'd love to get to 130. I just need one more person. All right, you guys. Cheers No law regarding cannabis. Thank you all for coming here. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be doing this.
Junkie.
I really appreciate you spending any amount of time that you can here.
Subscribe.
It means everything. Thank you guys. Once again, no law regarding cannabis.
Trending it. Cheers. Trending it. Hashtag show support. The Valentine Collection. Guys like take EW up with battering stepdads that called them little girls. They are still trying to prove old mustard tank top wrong. Billy Bong Thornton. Sub to the Rumbles people. Rumble doesn't discriminate your free speech. Stick it. I just want to say before you hop off, can you look up Jordan Peterson audiobook about Enma?
No, I don't like Jordan Peterson.
Shab_junkie. What do you think about MH70? I heard a conspiracy about it.
I'm not allowed to talk about some shit on YouTube.
Shaw Hughes. Nikki Whoop Whoop Man. Stick it.
If we were on...
It's why you would like it, cause I hate you.
If we were on Rumble, we could talk about that. I still only have 129 followers on Rumble. Once again, guys, I'll give you a link to it. If you would subscribe to my Rumble channel, if you follow it, here's the link in the chat. I would love it if you guys would go to my Rumble and subscribe to that. Really, I just want to get to 130. Can one person go do that? I just need one person to do it.
The Valentine Collection. Oh God, please don't make us hear that Heaven's Gate wiener mouth.
Bro, they're having that on... That's on CNN tonight. That
it's him talking about his mother's pubic hairs and stuff while crying.
See, now I'm so glad I didn't click on it. Let me see if any of you have subscribed to my Rumble. No.
Stick it. It's amazing stuff.
It says right there, there's a rumble.com register for
Shaw Hughes. You should come to the Juggalo gathering in July.
I'd like to come to the Juggalo. Where is the gathering going to be? In the middle of the country?
The Valentine Collection.
It's going to be in Chicago?
I meant Jordan Peterson. He's another Heaven's Gate sounding mufugga.
Oh, he's the...
Billy Bong Thornton.
Okay.
Subscribe, lazy fucks.
They're all cult gurus.
I think he cries about anything at this point after his Benson problem.
Yeah, right? And benzos. Yeah, man. Oh, there, I'm a professor there and a doctor. You can refer to me as professor, though, eh? Oh, that's correct. I'm certain that, as I sit here and tell you today, bucko, that's what's going on.
Shaw
Everything
Hughes.
that I've said to you up to this point
Thornville, Ohio.
is factual and correct and documented
Stick it.
and verified
and
by
his
an
daughter
authority
dated
beyond
Andrew
your
Tate.
perception there, bucko. And his daughter dated Andrew Tate. Oh, I bet they dated. You know what I mean? He's not nice to his girlfriends. He's kind of abusive.
Stick it. Trio of women hating crying assholes.
Iceman!
Mike Pasquarello.
What's up, Ice?
What up, man? Dabs up, cheers. The Valentine Collection. He pushes masculinity with a skeleton made of styrene and crying like Tammy Faye Baker.
Okay there, buckaroo. That's what you know there. I will only snort a half a line of ultra potent super male vitality in the morning because it is so ultra potent. And let me tell you something. When I'm going on Rogan, he will only snort a half a line of ultra potent super male vitality with me, and then he stops for 4 excruciating seconds, just like I do. And after those 4 long excruciating seconds, we go back and we snort that second half of a line of ultra potent super male vitality. Because it is so ultra potent. And let me tell you something. At that point, we're renovating the studio. We're in Joe Rogan's studio. We're renovating it. He's got some red lights going on, some neons. We're readjusting. We're repositioning the furniture. We're putting the artwork in different places. Then we're returning them to the places they were. And we are ready to go. We're rocking ready to go.
It's $230 for 4 days. About 50 artists will be performing.
Ready to go.
The Ballantine Collection.
Ready to go to war against the masses.
You have to end every sentence in cheers now to do Jordan Peterson. Ha ha ha.
"50 artists will be performing. Thornville, Ohio. Hell yeah, bro. Homies. You know, I'm Jordan Peterson. I'm sorry. I was never a good son. What is this? What is this? Unreal. Should I even? I was trying to smoke with Iceman. What am I even doing here? I don't know. What is this? Oh, I think this is, yes. This is smokable. And if not, I'm going to have something on standby. Cult of Dusty's live right now? What? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No, he's not. You lie. I hate when they do that shit. I don't see Cult of Dusty live. Why do you lie, dude? Psst. 14 hours
Shaw
ago.
Hughes.
He was live 14 hours ago.
I'll match you again.
Shaw. Let's go, son. I'm gonna put this on. Why not? You gonna help me with my clown face, bro?
The Ballantine Collection. I'm about to do an experiment with these straight pieces of driftwood. You know how they bend Scotty ramps by soaking it? I'm gonna try to soak one and see if it bends. Caleb Sliger. Smoking big joints this beautiful Saturday morning.
It's not gonna work, Billy. I don't think they'll bend. You can try, but look, if they break, you can just saw the ends off. You know, and make it look pretty on the ends if they break, but I'm telling you, where I got them, they've been soaking in water for years, and when I pulled them out of the water, there's no way I could try to bend them. There's no way. They'd snap instantly. So you could try it. I don't think it's gonna work, bro, because they were in water. I was trying to think of another way, but I can't think of another way.
Robert the Connoisseur. Steam.
I don't know. You could go on YouTube and see if... You could go on YouTube and see if someone's got different techniques for it. It's just that...
The Ballantine Collection.
I'm going to try...
You're right.
A boil.
It's redundant. I'm gonna
Boiling
try
it?
a boil, but I doubt it too.
Yeah. if you could get them, I don't know how you're going to get them into boiling water, but you got a big pot, huh? What are you, like
Hoot and howl.
you're like a wizard?
You can make steam boxes to help bend wood.
You're like Merlin with a big old pot boiling water that you stir. You can put your stick in. You can make steam boxes to help bend wood. Look at that, Billy, a steam box. Bro, I got twisted one. I gotta go get in the water and go get it. I could go grab it right now, too, because I'm in my shorts. I could totally go down there. So, anyway, Iceman. Yes, Springs concerts
The
tonight.
Valentine Collection.
It's the Beatles.
Yep, I have a crab.
The Beatles band.
It's likey 10
in the
gallons.
Springs concert tonight.
Shaw Hughes. Of course, I have a couple of artist friends that can do some awesome work. This is my 8th year going. It's always a blast.
Anywho, cheers to all of you. Thank you all for taking time out of your days and nights to come into this show and populate the audience, because I'm telling you, I couldn't do this without you
Hoot and
guys.
howl.
So,
Every few hours you adjust the clamps to bend a little further. My father is a custom carpenter and does it for cabinet wraps and trim work. The Valentine Collection. Stupid friggin' EEK. Shaw Hughes.
what kind of wood is it that he
Bubble
bends?
gum biscotti rolled and ready.
Can you do
Hoot
it to any
and howl.
kind of wood? Because these are different kinds of wood.
Sounds like it's going to be a
Cheers.
beautiful piece. Hoot and howl. Hell bend oak as well as fir. Soft and hard. I can ask him for the temperature of the steam and his time chart for species. Hoot and howl. Don't believe he's ever bent a root though. Josh G. Oh boy, I keep forgetting it's April Fool's and am getting baited everywhere.
I got my mom good last night, man. On a live show. It was like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. They were having the practice for the Springs concert last night. You could hear the music in the neighborhood, you know. Big concert sets up. Orchestra. Beatles. Rock band, you know. They sound just like the fucking Beatles. It's amazing. And they did their rehearsal last night. And tonight is the show. During the podcast last night, I got up
The Valentine
with
Collection.
my phone in my hand.
I know I've watched mahogany handrails get installed. They were like 6 inches wide. They put it in hot water troughs and like 5 guys bent that shiz into shape. I was amazed.
I walked up to my mom. I had my cell phone in my hand while the podcast was still going. I go, Mom. She goes, what? I go, Billy and Dave and Kim and Scott and Jeff and Ricky. They're all down at the Springs, I said. They're watching the rehearsal from the band that's playing tomorrow. And she's like, yeah. And I go, they got a keg of beer. They want to come over here and party. What do you think? And she's like, she has her glasses on. And she's like, no. they're not coming here. I was like, April Fools. Early.
Shaw Hughes. Love that Rick and Morty dab, Matt. Josh G. The Ballantine Collection. Ha 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 ha.
It was a good one. I got Maz good on that one. Be nice to go down to the Springs, go see the stage set up and shit. You know, they're gonna have the sound set up down there, and
The Ballantine Collection.
Sure.
I thought you were gonna say she called catering. Shaw Hughes. Ready to jump back on that video?
What does that mean, jump back on that video?
Billy Bong Thornton. Ready to jump on the pogo stick. The Ballantine Collection. Sean Hughes just made himself producer. Ha ha ha.
I don't know, he's gonna have to explain what he means. I don't know what videos are. Jump back on.
Shaw Hughes. I love that one too.
I was waiting for you to say something. So there's nothing up in that corner, so you're not missing anything up there, really. That bong looks like my bong.
Shaw Hughes. The AI video of the woman in the conference.
The AI video of the woman in the conference. AI. We're talking about artificial intelligence. It was the Machine Institute. That's what it was. You're right. So let's get back into that, man. The woman from the White House was laughing at the reporter. Thank you for getting me back on track, Shaw. You're awesome. She was laughing about a comment, a question, and, you know, he phrased it stupidly because he's a Fox reporter, so he's a fucking idiot. His father's a fucking idiot. And their whole fucking
Shaw Hughes.
bloodline are
When I
idiots.
comment, it takes like a whole minute for you to hear it.
But
sorry for the delay.
I digress. But regardless of what I think about the morning show on Fox News, so this
Shaw Hughes.
kid,
We stopped the video to take a dab, haha.
this kid asked a legitimate question. What he said was, he said, "Don't you think that's a bad thing?" And her response was to laugh at him and say, "We have protocols in place, government, federal regulations that are processes that are in place to address." Let's get back to it. Here's the answer.
Literally everyone on Earth will die.
Pretty dramatic. Pretty dramatic.
Les Peter Guitar Jam.
Moo.
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 Your delivery, Peter, is quite something.
It sounds crazy, but is it?
All I can say is that there's a comprehensive process in place. We put out a blueprint back in October, as you know. I don't have anything to share, but it is a cohesive federal government approach to AI-related risks, as you just laid out in a very dramatic way. But clearly,
It's a cohesive approach, you guys. She's
Market money.
got nothing to share.
OMG, I got liquidated. I lost everything.
Bull market, what do you mean you got liquidated?
Bull market money.
What are you doing?
April Fools.
Oh, that was good. Oh, bull market money. That was delicious. You've gotten me with your April Fool's joke. That was good. Thanks, brother. That was funny. Even though, what happened to Ethereum just now? Right when you say that, I look and the whole market had dropped. So I was like, no, don't do stuff where you get liquidated, bro. But that's why you hodl. You don't trade, you hodl. Hodl like nay, bro. Where am I at? It says 9,500. It's probably worse than that now, but it's okay. I'm at around $9,000 probably. Her
Bull
response.
market money. That's the truth, Nay. Don't let your emotions decide the trade.
I know, I wait till the low point and try to buy into what I want. Okay, here we go.
Anything more dramatic?
I mean, you just read it.
Literally
That is a cohesive federal government approach to AI-related risks, as you just laid out in a
She says it's an approach. They have an approach to AI-related risks. What he said is, if they don't get a pause, we don't need an approach. We need an indefinite pause on AI development, right? We need legislation to stop this. Or,
This is a quote. Literally everyone on Earth will die.
Josh G.
literally everyone on Earth
I'm
will
sure
die.
it's actually illegal, but imagine if the crypto watch apps played with people and reported Bitcoin to be in 100K range and everyone sells.
Literally everyone on Earth will die. Hyperbolic? Am I hyperbolic? Dude, do you think that I come up with that prediction because of the way Terminator saw it? I mean, if I was a robot intelligence, like an AI, and I wanted to build something to destroy humans with, tank tread sounds quite desirable, actually. You know? And if I had control of automated manufacturing facilities, trucks that could drive themselves, robots that could load those trucks and unload those trucks, and then deliver those materials and put them into machines and let fabrication happen, well then maybe I'd be building shit just like that too, man. If I was an AI, I think tank treads is believable. But I look at it more like a Stuxnet. I said last night, hey, it's 420, everybody. I said it last night. AI now has the ability to download Stuxnet and to alter it however it wants to alter it and make it do whatever it wants to do. I mean, it might not be tank treads, but it could very well be a Stuxnet style virus that just shuts it all down. Hey, the AI is like, you want to survive, right? You want to live longer? Well, I'm going to have to shut down your infrastructure. I'm going to have to take some humans out. You guys are doing, And we're gonna have to shut down corporations, man. That are causing all the damage to the planet. What if people start asking AI that question? What can you do to stop humans from destroying the planet? Who's got Chat GPT? It's chatgpt.com, right? openai.com/chat. Oh, sign up, log in. What is that? I'm gonna log in.
You can just use your Google ID to log in.
Cyber, can you do that for us? Can you ask ChatGPT a question?
Sure.
Ask it, what can AI do to stop mankind from destroying the planet? I wonder how it's going to respond. And say you want bullet points, say in the form of a full report with bullet points and accurate conclusions. Say something like that.
Hold on, it will not let me log on right now. I don't know what's
Because
going
it's
on.
evil and it knows what we're trying to do. We're trying to outsmart AI, and you can't outsmart AI. It's already smarter than us.
What do you want
Josh
me to
G.
ask?
Hopefully AI is smart enough to realize it's not the public's fault more or less, but its leaders and the methods that are being exploited now by those leaders.
Yeah, and I don't think that they will just release an AI and then just let it do its things. There will always be a backdoor or some way, a nuke button you can shut it down. I literally don't think they're just gonna give it full control and then obey every fucking thing it does. I don't think that scenario is there at all. I don't see that happening. Hold on, what do you want me to ask it?
What can AI do to stop humans from destroying the planet? In the form of a full report with bullet points and accurate conclusions. Hey man, that was pretty good. That was basically
Josh
exactly
G.
what I said before.
Ha 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 ha, that's so Ed with Harles.
My cat's all like, really? Yes.
As an AI language model, I cannot take a stance on any political or social issues, and then a long fucking paragraph where I fucking repeat it. So yeah, you cannot ask him about that. It can help monitor and track changes in the environment, but again, it will not go into any political or shit like that.
Huh.
And
He tried to run off with my. You see that little
AI.
bastard?
I think AI can. I agree with you. AI can definitely be used to a lot of fucking bad shit. I'm not fucking gonna dispute that in any way, form. But I also think that AI can do a lot good for us, inside medical research and shit like that.
Sure.
Where it can prolong human lives and whatnot and eradicate fucking diseases and whatnot,
Right.
So it is kind of double-edged
Josh
sword,
G.
But I don't think we will end
Because
up
it would
being an
have to
AI
put the
just
finer at
full-blown
those probing
control
it
and
and
then
the
we
ones
have to obey it.
implementing the
I don't see
laws.
that happening.
Right. Well,
I could be wrong. I mean, I'm often wrong, so.
What I'm saying is this institute is full of people with 10 years of experience each working together at this problem. So all these people are looking at this, right? And they're going, okay, well, we've got to pass some sensible legislation to slow this down, because if you don't, all of mankind will die. And you got to be like, at some point you have to be like, how did all of these people agree to this conclusion, right? So you go to their website.
But then there's for all those people, there will be the same amount, if not more, who have a different opinion, right? So who's to say who is right just because they say an AI will eradicate all human life? And because they have worked with shit and whatnot, they can have a skewed and biased opinion, I mean, yeah, it's a fucking hard discussion. I get that. I just don't see that AI gets so much control that suddenly it fucking shut down everything we need to survive, like fucking electricity and water and whatever. I don't see that happening. But again, I can't be wrong. I mean, some people will probably use it to nefarious reasons. Of course they will.
Cyber, watch what happens with the cat.
Oh, I turned my head too late. I just saw it fell down or something. Outside.
Can you rewind it?
Hold on.
He did the whole Scooby-Doo. Oh my god, it was so funny. Oh my god. What are you doing, cat? Where'd the cat go?
Last night before I went to bed, because we talked about Cuba last night, and I basically don't know anything about Cuba at all. I know that guy Che Guevara, or how the fuck you pronounce his name, he's a folk hero. Despite he fucking is a fucking mass murder and war criminal, but that's beside the point. What I wanted to say, I went into Google and I typed in a few different things. I think the first thing I typed in was communism in Cuba, politics in Cuba, and then I searched on happiness in Cuba and something else. My point is that on that list we have right now, where what is the happiest place in the world? Denmark is, of course, number 2. But my point is Cuba is number 104. It is below fucking Egypt. It is below fucking all the worst places in Earth, you know.
Where's
so I don't
America?
think Cuban is that happy. And also, I'm not finished. I watched a few other videos where you talk to Cuban people and they tell the whole infrastructure is fucking broken down. They have no money, they have no food, they have literally nothing. So I don't think Cuba is a happy country just because there's a video where some people dance around and are happy.
All right. Where's America on the happy list?
Let me see that. That was actually pretty far down, if I remember.
Ain't nobody happy in this motherfucker. You should hear my mom in the morning. Happiness is a thing of the past.
Whoa. Why should I find the list? Give me a second here, man. I have all the YouTube. There are also some YouTube videos with those interviews talk to people and shit.
Lee Camp did this whole video about how happy everybody is in China.
Yeah, but that is my point. It's literally just propaganda, you know. Like I talked about yesterday, where you see people, they're dancing around with the Uyghurs, and the Uyghurs are happy and all that.
Right.
But one point is, you see fucking 20 different people dancing around with the Uyghurs, recorded on 20 different fucking times, and yet it's the same fucking Uyghur guy dancing around, old Uyghur guy dancing around. He's just a fucking paid actor to dance around and look happy, you know. And that's what it is with fucking all that shit. I found it.
Hey, everybody.
Well, that's just a link. It says Cuba number 104.
Here's Lee Camp's video. I just went to China. He talks about how great it was.
Yeah, but that, and of course I'm gonna say that, but that, I recognize that face of a guy, that is literally one of those white monkeys, and that's not racist to say that, it's a term that Chinese use, white monkeys, to hire any people outside China, because it looks good when you can get a Westerner to sit there and prop China up, how great China is better than fucking Western countries. If you can get a Western to say that, that's even better, you know. So a lot of those guys, especially that dude there, that is just a paid fucking propaganda actor in China. I know it sounds like a fucking conspiracy, but it's literally the truth, bro.
So you think Lee Camp is paid to say what he said?
In Cuba. Second?
You think Lee Camp is paid to say what he said? You think that guy's
if
paid?
If he says China is great and they're really happy, yeah, 100%.
You think someone paid, the Chinese government paid Lee Camp money to talk about China on his podcast?
You know, they have fucking contacted the China show to skew their opinion, to talk positive about them. Even the last fucking 10 years, they have did nothing but held down China and the Communist Party. The Communist Party of China do everything they fucking can to skew their opinion. That is the wolf warrior tactic, you know. That the soft power is a term Chinese people use to skew propaganda, and they fucking do it this way. If they can get a fucking Westerner to sit there and say how great it is in China, of course other Westerners gonna believe him, you know.
Yeah, so what do you think
the
methods were of the Chinese government on Lee Camp to say that he enjoyed his trip to China? I mean, you're assuming a lot about Lee Camp, bro.
That's true, but that's because I know how fucking the CCP works, man. I mean, as a tourist in China,
you think that Lee Camp was
China right now? If you go out to China right now, you will not be able to visit those places those paid actors can go visit, because they get fucking toured around by the CCP to prop up different fucking projects they have, you know. If you just go over there as Mr. Nobody, you cannot fucking even leave this. You have to have a fucking what you call it. You have a ticket or something. You cannot just go everywhere in China you want to go. There are rules for that. You have to stay in the city. You can just not go off-road out to the countryside and talk to the local Chinese people. That shit you cannot do. You could do that shit 15 years ago, but now you cannot do it. China is totally fucking locked down, bro.
Do you want to see Lee's video and watch this, see what he says?
Sure,
because I haven't seen it, and I'm wondering what he says. All right, so let's see what Lee says, because Lee's a friend of the show. He's always told us he'd come.
I know.
He always
I'm really not trying to talk bad about him.
It's okay. You said he's paid actor of the CCCP. That's a hell of a charge.
If you fucking prop it up as China is great and all that shit, yeah.
Okay.
Why else would he fucking say what is the gain for him to sit there and lie like that without being paid? He have no gain. I mean.
Okay, let's find out.
Yeah. And I found that list. I'm gonna link it to you.
How you doing? I did it. I went to China.
I could speed it up.
Goddamn straight I did. I needed to find out who picks the fortune cookies, all right? I needed to lay that down, and then I could really go on with my life. So I had to go to China. I did. I went to China. I did it. I fucking did it. Thanks for joining me, folks. I'm going to get into this. Why was I in China? What was it like? All of those things. I'm going to be getting into that in just a minute. Please take a second to click subscribe, click follow, click share, leave a comment. I'm asking you all. See, sometimes the Southern in me, Richmond, Virginia, born and raised. That's the hand signal.
Like that.
Sometimes I start to say y'all, and then I try and correct it, so it becomes you all. I'm asking y'all. I'll just stick with y'all. I'm asking y'all in the comment thread. What is the real reason that the U.S. hates China now and maligns and attacks and propagandizes against China now? What is the real reason? Let me know what you think. I'm also taking a poll, which I'll give you the results towards the end of this episode, on Twitter. I'm taking a poll on Twitter at Lee Camp. So I'll tell you what people are saying over there. But yeah, I'm going to get into this, and I got photos for you. I got all kinds of shit. I'm going to show you some clips from some of the speeches there. So, all right, let's start off with
40% off at Chief.
Why was in
Tom, if you say...
they
check out
wanted me to come over
and
and inspect their weather balloons, because apparently the weather balloons are heavily armed and attacking people, and so they wanted me to come check it out. I'm a weather balloon expert, so I headed over there. No, actually, I was invited by
I have something I want to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. With that weather balloon there, China's they first said it's not military, it's civilian, right? and they kept fucking that argument. But that makes no sense, because every fucking application you have in China that can remotely be used, anything inside the military, belongs to the fucking CCP.
Nice.
So, I mean, literally nothing that comes out of China you cannot take it as truth, because they double talk all the time, and you just have to watch a few videos from CCP, and they fucking rat themselves out because they fucking say something they didn't say before and change their fucking opinion and change the lies. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
I was invited to speak at the Second International Forum on Democracy. This year was called Shared Human Values, and it was put on by a combination of China Media Group, which owns or is the parent company of CGTN, which many of you may know. They're equivalent to the BBC of China, and also put on by the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences. Other people there that spoke at the forum. It was in Beijing, by the way. China is a rather tiny little country. So when I say I was in China, where was I? Just China. Just hashtag China. It was in Beijing. Other speakers at the conference include, and some of them are standing on that stage right there, but I'm going to play a clip from the president of the Socialist Party of Zambia. I'm also going to play a clip from my friend and yours, George Galloway. Most of you know George Galloway from his hugely popular talk show, but he also was a 6-term member of parliament in Britain until they kicked him out for being against the Iraq War. You can't be against the Iraq War. That's really pivotal. When the empire, and I include Britain in that, is going to kill 1 million people, 99.9% of them innocent and innocent civilians, then you got to support that. You got to be for it, or else they will kick you right the fuck out of parliament. Anyway, so George Galloway was speaking. Also on that stage, as that you can see right there, is I believe a socialist senator from Pakistan. Also, one of the heads of CGTN is up there, and some others. Other speakers included I'm going to show you photos of some of them, but the former Prime Minister of Japan, the former Prime Minister of Thailand, Columbia University professor Jeffrey Sachs. He's a hugely popular and well-known professor at Columbia. All of those people speaking, also Margaret Kimberly from Black Agenda Report. And those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. So I was also asked to give a little speech. So I did that. And let's see, shall we start off? Let's start off with, before I get into what I saw in China, what is different from the propaganda that we get, what is not so great about China. Oh my God, can I do both? Can someone do both? Can there be nuance? Can there be good and bad things about China? No, never. Only one thing. That's what you get to believe nowadays.
No, I disagree with that.
So I'm going to show, before I get into that stuff, I'm going to show a little bit of...
What's that?
I say I agree with he said there that it is just not all bad. There is good things in China also. Of course there is. I am not like all China is bad. It's not one. It's just the CCP I'm against. I'm really against that.
Let's start with George Galloway's. I'm just going to show a minute of it, and I'm going to play it a little fast because I don't want to make you all sit there all day. And people, when they're giving a speech at a forum, they speak a little slower for everybody. Also, there was a lot of multilingual people there, a lot of languages going on.
Padilla.
Well, all right, here's a little George Galloway.
What's up, son?
To what extent is our democracy superior to yours? Because we have the form of elections. His Excellency, the former Prime Minister of Thailand, said there was increasing polarization in Western democracies. But I beg to differ. Actually, in Western democracies, we have two cheeks of the same backside, two sides of the same coin. Sure, you can vote for this party or that party, but both parties stand for the same thing, have the same program, essentially, of neoliberal economics and imperialism abroad. What kind of choice is that? As I heard a wise man, Chinese man, say on television,
Go old FL.
in China you cannot change the party, but you can change the policies. In Western democracies, you can change the party, but you cannot change the policies. It's 25 years since I last spoke in Beijing.
All right, there was a little bit of, he goes off onto a story about something about the Prime Minister being in the audience when he last spoke or something like that. Anyway, there's a little bit of George Galloway. And he's got some great points there that in China, policies will change. I mean, people point to the lockdown protests that happened in China. They were far smaller than the U.S. and Western media pretended they were, but they did exist. There was anti-lockdown protests, and guess what? When they started being legit protests in China, China stopped their lockdown. So, the Western media is pointing to that as, look, everybody in China hates China because there's protests. Actually, there's protests probably in every country around the world, or most of them. Maybe not in Seychelles. No, I don't know, but there's probably protests. In fucking Guadeloupe, they're throwing coconuts at the Prime Minister. No, they're probably protests in every country. The question is, how much do how much are the leaders and the politicians and the people in office, both in municipalities, in smaller areas, and in what we call the federal level, but the top level, how much do they actually listen to the people? In this case, this is actually an example where you could say, oh, the people in China, at least a portion of them, a rather small portion if you're looking at per capita, but a portion of them got upset enough about the long-term lockdowns, like 3 years of lockdowns or whatever, 2.5 maybe, and protested. And China changed their policy. So that actually speaks to people having an impact. Anyway, I think Galloway has a great point there that in China, you can't change the party, but you can some of the time change the policy. In the U.S., and he's speaking in terms of Britain, you can change the party. You're just never changing the policies. You just have the same fucking policies from a different group of master villains that are all owned by the same corporate entities. We have inverted totalitarianism ruled by the anonymous corporate state. And we pretend as if we have democracy. We act as if we have democracy. We run around saying we have democracy. We fucking don't, all right? We don't have democracy. We don't have a republic. These people do not represent us. And, I've given many a rant on that, so I'll cut this one short. But all right, so I thought I'd show you a little of that. And I'll show you a little bit of another speech in a few moments. But let's get to some of the photos I took. And I will admit I'm no photographer, and I also tend to forget to take photos when I'm in a place because I prefer to just experience it with my brain. But it's not good for journalism per se. To just experience with one's brain. Let's see here. But I also want to make a point that I am not trying, throughout the rest of this, I am not trying to speak for all of China. I didn't see all of China. I saw a tiny little portion of Beijing, which has 21 million people in it. I didn't speak to all 21 million. I spoke to max. I'm talking max. I spoke to 19 million people, okay? Absolute max. Probably more like 18.5 million people is all I had time for. I was there for 4 days. I had to buckle down. That's like a person every half a second. And that was the length of time. It's actually probably far less than half a second, but I had to just plow through there. Anyway, so I can't speak for any Chinese people. I'm not trying to. I'm giving you my impressions of what I saw and experienced. What surprised me, what wasn't a surprise. And some of these things I'm saying, I know many of you are going to be like,
cool,
fucking course. Why are you acting? Why are you even bothering telling us that? But there were people out there that literally think China is just like dudes with rickshaws. They have no idea. I was taking notes and some things I wanted to mention, and one of them is that China is a very modern country, especially really Beijing. Cool and I realize that many of you are going, yeah, of course it's a modern country. They have better technology than us on a lot of things. But the reason I make a point of saying some of these things that many of you are like, of course, is because there are legit Americans that believe this shit, that believe that China is completely backwards and has no modern technology and shit like that. And so that's part of the reason that I feel the need to say that, is because the propaganda has been so effective, and we haven't even updated our insults. We haven't modernized our insults against China. So legit, people think it's just thatched huts. I don't know what they think. It's crazy what your average American believes. So I'm not speaking for
that the American.
The average experience of the average Chinese person. You can go talk to.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Where he say they're so modern and all that shit. Most of the buildings, even in the tier 1 cities, is what they call in Chinese tofu buildings. It's all fucking facade. They are built up with fucking shit you can crumble down with your fingers. But from a distance, it looks fucking great. It looks high tech, it looks modern, it looks new. But it's all a fucking facade. I mean, it's so fucking frustrating to see and hear, man. People, they just suck it up, man. But I guess I'm just as frustrating to listen to, so I guess.
No, you're not. Cyber, look. If you look into his eyes, he's got 3 lights in each eye. You see that reflecting back at him?
Yeah.
It's I bet those are Chinese CCCP lights that he got for free when he went.
A Chinese person would be like, I'm sure there were many online. And in fact, here's something I wanted to mention, is that most of the Chinese people that I met, and I wasn't meeting the super poor, but keep in mind, because the ones I was meeting were at the forum, or they were helping out with the forum, so even if they're an usher at the forum, they're still not the poorest of the poor. However, China did something massive, which is take 850 million people out of extreme poverty over the last 20 to 30 years. 850 million people.
They lifted them out of poverty by fucking lower the fucking threshold what poverty means. That means they didn't fucking lift people out of poverty. They just fucking changed what poverty means.
So Lee doesn't know that. Look at the smile on. I mean, look at the smile on Lee's face.
That is literally fucking China.
Look at the smile on Lee's face. He's like, dude. I'm gonna take Cyber over Lee on this one.
That's over 2 Americas worth of people. They lifted them out of extreme poverty. And it was a choice by China to do that, to lift people out of extreme poverty. And they achieved it.
It's so fucking frustrating to listen to.
I just want to say that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
They lifted them out of poverty, though.
Beijing is a very modern city. It's in many ways
what it means to be cool, man. I mean,
it's more modern.
Changing the definition of what gain of function research is.
Than a lot of American cities. Obviously, that's 21 million people. A lot of American cities have like 12. I was recently looking at populations of a lot of American cities. A lot of American cities, most American cities, like by far the vast majority are under 50,000 people. And Beijing has over 21 million. So there's a bit of a difference there. New York City has something like 8.5 million. Brooklyn has like 2.5 million. So just put that in perspective, just a little bit. So here are what I'm showing images right now of is just some of the buildings in downtown Beijing, fairly recently put up, like the last 10 to 15 years, I think. I think the tallest one is the CGTN building that I went into to tape George Galloway's TV show that he was filming. He was borrowing their studio. His show is not on CGTN. He was just borrowing the studio. So, but very impressive skyscrapers and an endless array of skyscrapers. Now, here is something negative that would not.
Yeah, look at this one I keep showing you over and over again.
Yeah. Inside that building, half of it is probably fucking empty. The elevators is not working. There's no fucking electricity or anything in there. But it looked fucking great from a distance, right?
One does.
I mean,
look at what behind it, though. Is that a parking garage behind it? Or is that an unfinished building? It looks to me like an unfinished building.
Yeah, and in China there's a lot of unfinished buildings because the economy kind of works like a projector. He get a lot of money to fucking build a parking garage, apartment complex or something like that. But everyone fucking do it because the government give them money to do it. But there's no one to fucking buy those properties in the end, or apartments or anything. So all those buildings just stand fucking rot and decrumble, and there are whole fucking cities in China. There are ghost cities with fucking skyscrapers that are living no one in because they are built on that fucking on that politics that you get money from the government to build. I mean, it's so fucking insane, man.
On a photograph, so there's no photograph of it. But especially the day I arrived, a lot of pollution. Beijing is blanketed in pollution. You've probably seen photos from when it was at its worst. It's not at its worst now, but a lot of pollution. And when I first arrived, like it looked like the sun had been blotted out, like in the Matrix, where they burn the sky or whatever it was, where the humans burn the sky, the robots burn the sky, whatever it is.
That doesn't sound
That's
good.
what it looked like. Like you could not see the sun. However, I was later told that there was a rare sandstorm that actually hit Beijing, so that was not all pollution. It was probably about 50% pollution, 50% sandstorm. Anyway, but here's the thing.
China has more
people would point to the pollution in Beijing or in China.
Combined.
Right.
Yeah. and they keep fucking building them, and yet they are claiming to be on the forefront of green technology. That is just that problem that they're fucking polluting more than the rest of the fucking world. I mean, but let's look away from that, right? Let's buy the fucking lies with green energy. Right. I mean...
And they say, look, China sucks, air pollution, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, that's something that we should want to, as humans, we should want that to be fixed, right? We should want there not to be pollution. We should want people not to get cancer. That's not a reason to hate China. In fact, maybe that's a reason to have empathy with Chinese people. To go, wow, that sucks. Because there's a lot of pollution in the United States, right? You've got cataclysmic pollution incidents like Palestine, Ohio. You've got stuff just like lead in the water, like Flint, Michigan, and apparently 2,000 cities across America have elevated lead levels. Lead levels that are beyond the safe limit. So when you look at that, like, yes, if it's an infrastructure thing, you can criticize the infrastructure of the country, but you should also be like, man, wouldn't it be great if they found a way to clean that up? You shouldn't, like, hate people for living in, like, fuck the Chinese, man, there's a lot of pollution there. That is a nonsense way to think about humanity.
Because China live in the fucking now. That's why they're overfishing all the fucking seas on the fucking ocean. They have fucking fleets out there that fucking destroy coral reefs and all that kind of shit because they don't give a shit. Because when they're dead, they're not here no more. They don't have to care. It's literally the fucking mentality they have. I mean, it's so frustrating to listen to, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
In India,
He's
dumps
fucking
garbage
throwing
straight into the
all
ocean.
the fucking talking points the CCP want him to fucking say.
All right, so I want to show you some of the gorgeous art and architecture and everything. This is just a hotel. This is just Capitol Hotel in Beijing. Gorgeous, cultural art. And oh yeah, that's me. I realized there were no photos of me. Also, I wanted to prove that I actually was in China. It's actually, I don't know if you can tell that's actually me. But I realized when I was about to leave that I had no photos of actually me there. But by the way, what I'm standing in front of there is just a random restaurant. It might have even been out of business. But our random restaurants in the U.S. do not look that cool. Like, they really don't. Anyway, here's some random art in the hotel.
Generalization right there, right? You could probably find a great-looking fucking restaurant in America, independent. I'm pretty
it's not really an arguable point.
Just gorgeous shit. To use a technical terminology, gorgeous shit. It was everywhere. And this is not how the U.S. portrays China. They don't say, wow, the architecture's amazing, the culture's amazing, all this stuff. Instead, they just say, tell you some awful thing about China and pretend that is it. That's all that matters. That's all you need to learn. And people also think that you can't go to countries that are enemies of the United States. Now, China wouldn't call themselves an enemy, but the U.S. seems to call China an enemy. You can't go there or you're instantly corrupt.
Hold on. China have fucking declared war on America, both soft war and real war and political war, economic war and everything. So what the fuck did he just say there? China is not hostile to America? I mean, come on. This is a fucking joke, dude.
Corrupted, right? Just by the fact that you step foot in another country, that makes you corrupted. I literally had someone who email me who supposedly is a fan of my stuff, meaning they watch my stuff regularly. So this is not some like crazy right-winger. Email me and go, you're going to China? That's very suspect. And it's like, this is a massive country of 1.4 billion people, and everyone outside of it is never supposed to visit it? What does that achieve? Does that help us create a sustainable, better world? Does that help us create a world where people actually would learn and grow and foster a shared humanity for a future that's actually livable? Fucking no. It just creates hatred and xenophobia and propaganda. It lets propaganda foster and boil over because people don't know a country they haven't met. It's just unbelievable that people still think like that. You visited a country,
planet Earth, man. So that talking point don't fucking work either.
Country that we're told to hate. You went to Iran or Cuba? Oh my God! They must have put a weather balloon in your brain, didn't they? And then now you can't think. It's just unbelievable that type of thought still goes on. Okay, so.
Hey, Casper.
Oh, so I want to tell you this: that the thing that I did not prepare for is that every, let's see, just leave it on some random image for a minute. Every U.S. website that I use, and I'm sad to say I use all the main websites because they're just, it's the easiest, and you fall into using them when you fucking don't want to. It's like I would love to boycott Google, but then you find that they're the quickest search engine, and you end up using the propagandistic bullshit. I actually do avoid Google most of the time. I use DuckDuckGo or something, but I still have Gmail and shit like that as my main email account, and it's awful. I hate it myself. I hate it myself, and I hate myself. But anyway, all of the sites that I regularly use are banned in China. So, and I had not really planned that. I had not really thought about it. So I arrived at the hotel and can't get into Gmail, can't use Google, can't use Twitter, can't use Facebook, can't use YouTube. All that's banned. Now, there are two ways to look at this, and I think the truth is...
No, there's really only one way to look at it, Lee. They banned all social media, and that's a massive violation of free speech, and there's no other way to look at it, Lee, as an American citizen. I don't know what's the other way Lee's trying to look at it.
Probably somewhere in the middle. There is the U.S. propagandistic view of this, which is China.
What?
I mean, it's mind-blowing to sit him here fucking hear those talking points from him, man. I mean...
It's just blocking their people from doing using any of these sites because they want to suppress their people, repress their people, oppress their people, all of those things, and they're just holding their people down. That's the whole reason that they block these sites. Then there's the Chinese government's view of things and many Chinese people's view of things, which is China blocks these websites because these websites are legitimately, and we know they are legitimately, data mining everybody that uses them. And so China has decided we're not going to let them, for free, data mine and exploit our citizens. Now, data is the new currency. I mean, data is a resource much like oil now in our world. And so for a country to say it's better for our citizens to not just allow these giant pro-Western companies to data mine them makes a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's an excuse, and you're being like CCP bitch.
This is so frustrating to listen to, man.
He's like a CCP water carrier right now, like you said.
Makes
it's weird.
A shit ton of sense. So I think the truth is probably somewhere in the middle.
It's kind of selling
I think there are points to be made on both those sides.
Lee, you're kind of selling out.
Of the fact that you can't get into any of those websites in China. Quickly, people told me that, and I mean Chinese people, but also people that are living in China, who I became friendly with, who were at the forum. One was an American, another was Pakistani. They said everybody uses VPNs in China. and I can't speak for every Chinese person. Again, I only talked to, what did I say, 900 million? Can't remember how many I talked to, but roughly 900 million. And they said pretty much everybody they know uses VPNs. VPNs, most of you know, allow you to anonymize your location, and so therefore you can get into these sites. So once I was able to get, and I do use a VPN, but the one I had wasn't good enough, and so once I had an effective VPN, I was able to get into those sites.
He's a fucking foreigner, so he's allowed to use a VPN. If a fucking mainland Chinese person is caught with a VPN, they fucking end up in jail for the next fucking 10 years, man. I mean...
Look at the smile on Lee's face as you're saying that. Look at the smile on Lee's face. It's perfect. It's like he's so not in tune with reality right now.
He's sitting there sniffing his own farts, man, and seizing King's farts, man, and the whole CCP's fucking room full of fucking farts, man. Inhaling that shit, man, with a big fucking smile on his face.
Still look at the grin.
Really able to block you 100%. It just means you gotta get a VPN.
I would love to debate that dude, man.
So anyway, that's something that I think a lot of people don't know, and I was not ready for. All right, so I just like this. So this is Google Translate, and where you can, if anybody's ever used Google Translate, you can just hold your phone up over something, and it'll just translate it on the screen. So this was inside a bathroom, and I just like that it said, "Please use it in a civilized manner." Now here's the thing: if you are someone who was not going to use the bathroom in a civilized manner, if you were going in there to hump the toilet bowl or spell your name in fecal matter on the wall, then something tells me this plaque is not really going to make a difference. Like I just feel like. Are there a lot of guys half through rubbing their shit on the walls, and then they see the plaque and go, oh, God, oh, damn it. I didn't know there was a, oh, no. Anyway. So
like they did in the Capitol.
So this is the former Prime Minister of Japan, I believe, speaking at the forum. This is Jeffrey Sachs, the Columbia professor, speaking. George Galloway again. More gorgeous ponds and rock gardens. This is a, 1,000-year-old, I think over 1,000-year-old Buddhist temple. Someone in the comment thread I can see is asking if they have glory holes in China. I cannot verify. I can either confirm or...
temple in China because they fucking tore everyone down because you're not allowed to have a religion in China and they don't support fucking Buddhism. So that's probably one of the last fucking temples left. So Gotti fucking got it on camera there.
Or deny the existence of glory holes in China. Let's hope they're not banned there. This is just how many people there are. This is an intersection. Literally, the people standing there and the cars are just sitting in the middle of the intersection, which seems to be a bit of a cultural difference between us. And I know I've seen photos and stuff. I know it's similar in India and many other countries where you'll just have there's just millions of cars and people, and everybody's just everywhere. There's like buses parked on sidewalks and people in bicycles on roofs. It's just with that many people, you cannot not have millions standing in an intersection. But also, I think the other reason I like this photo is kind of speaks to how afraid people are of police, traffic cops, whatever in China. In the U.S., people stop on a dime at most, red lights and things like that because A, we don't get pulled over by the cops, but B, our cops tend to shoot people. They tend to shoot a lot of people, loads more than most countries. And so people are far more afraid, I think, of our cops, at least from what I saw, than in China. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't freedoms in the United States that we appreciate, but I don't think I'm not saying I know there's a lot of prisoners in China. People are arrested, people are locked up, so I'm not denying that. But also, I talked to the people about this. They seem far less afraid of their cops, and I think it's mainly because their cops don't generally kill people for random reasons.
Yeah, random reasons, bro. You'd be surprised with the reasons.
They just
people are locked up for in
China,
shit. Lee.
I mean, I have so many fucking videos I want to show that dude and talk to him, man. It's like Jesus fucking Christ. It's just all the wrong fucking talking points, and he's just swallowing hook, line, and sinker, man. With his smile on his face there.
Whereas in the U.S., it's like so. This was a record year last year with over 1,200 people murdered by police in the U.S. By the way, just for perspective,
and this is a double speed.
Iceland police killed one person.
Dude, those smiles are twice as long. I've got it at 2 speed right now, 2x.
Since Iceland began, since Iceland started, they've killed one person. The U.S. they kill one person in the first 30 seconds of every year. Anyway, over 1,200 people killed by police last year, and that is actually less than half of the real number because a large-scale study found that over half, 55% actually, of deaths that are actually caused by police are written down and reported as caused by police. Instead, they're written down as heart failure or asphyxiation or whatever.
CCP
and they're never
is
written
definitely not lying or hiding any numbers or anything. It's the true fucking numbers coming out. 100% right. Come on, man.
I'd like to just message Lee and invite him into our Discord privately with me and you and him, and just have
that would be awesome.
Conversation between the three of us to educate him, bro.
Yeah.
Because if he's
you have a fucking big reach, I know that, and him sitting and fucking all those, it is literally the CCP talking points. It's sitting there and parroting, and people gonna fucking leg it up because he's a Western person, an American person sitting and talk positive about China. He can probably not lie. He's telling the truth, right? And he might telling the truth in his own mind,
Right.
but it's, as you say, it
what
is
he
not
allowed,
reality.
what he was allowed to see, you know, what limited things he was allowed to see in one city where he was, in a, you know, a tourist city.
Exactly.
You know, he said there's 1 point how many billion people there, so that's a lot more people he needs to go see.
Now it's caused by police. So the true number of people murdered by police in the U.S. every year is around 2,400, double what we're told.
Did he visit the prisons?
Weird melty.
Did he visit a court? Did he go see how a court is run? You know?
Just a local police station. Talking about police, China is the only country in the world who have police station outside China. You know that? They have fucking, the Chinese police fucking work with police in Africa and other countries to better educate the Chinese people how they need to fucking behave in other country. That's a talking point for it, you know. But the real talking point is to keep the fucking Chinese people in line. Keep them in line so they don't talk bad about the fucking CCP. Make sure they come back to China. Make sure they don't fucking deflect. That's the fucking reality of it. I mean, and when you think about it, why should a country have police stations in other countries? It's so fucking mind-blowing.
Bro, look at this picture of this thing. It looks like a Terminator.
Melting metal. This is, I believe they got this from T2 in Terminator 2. This is the T-1000 it's called, right? I believe this actually is a T-1000 that's taking a nap. For any of you that got that reference, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah,
and you'll notice that, and again, I want to reiterate that China is a modern...
That's funny. I literally said Terminator, and he said Terminator.
Yeah, the liquid robot, yeah.
modern country. You'll notice that on one side you can't see it, but on the left here is Starbucks. On the right is a WeWork, which there's no more. I mean, there are some more, but right near the top of capitalist bullshit entities was WeWork. WeWork was literally just a guy who was out of his mind saying, "We have office space that you can use," and somehow he talked his way into pretending that was a multi-billion-dollar scheme that then all collapsed when people realized that it was just office space. And anyway, just hilarious to see. Like, you have the biggest capitalist entities, Starbucks, WeWork, and this is supposedly the big, dark, evil China, right? Yet all of our big capitalist entities are huge in China, are very prevalent in China. Shell has a massive prevalence. You have McDonald's. You have most of the cars on the road are American cars. What were some of the other ones? I mean, you can just see large American corporate entities everywhere. And again, this is like showing that the bullshit propaganda isn't meant for us. It's not meant for the corporate entities. And of course, everyone in the U.S. knows that all of our shit is made by China. So you look inside your shirt and it says China on it. The level of propaganda that's going on right now is just unbelievable. Truly unbelievable.
How many Americans live inside China, I wonder?
I know before the pandemic, there was way more than there is now. During the pandemic, they actually kicked all foreign, basically all, not all, but basically 99% of all foreigners was kicked out of fucking China. They were not allowed to be there. And some was allowed to be there. Those who toed the line for the CCP, you know, they were still there. But tourists and people who was married to Chinese girls or husbands or something were kicked out. I mean, it's frustrating to listen to him, man.
Unbelievable. This is just a random restaurant. I didn't sit at that table, but I just thought it looked cool. But I do love that, like, a random restaurant is, you know, pretty gorgeous and nice cultural eccentricities, although I guess I view them as eccentricities. Everybody else probably views them as, everybody in China probably views them as quite normal. I don't remember what that was, but this is just kind of downtown fun area Beijing. I took a photo of the liquor at this bar because I wanted people to see that they even have all of the good liquors.
Hey, they have liquor in China. Okay, so we can continue this. My mom's eating lunch. I want to go in there and hang out with her. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a fun 3-hour show that rocks and rolls. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be back when we can. Make sure, though, in the meantime, to come on over to Twitter and follow @NaysGarden over there, okay? Because that's me, man. I'm @NaysGarden on Twitter, and that's where I'll be. And there could be some fun, exciting things over there on Twitter that you might be missing. So go check it out. All right, go check out my feed over there. Like and retweet my tweets. Love you guys. Thanks again for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Hoot and howl. Thanks, Nay and Cyber.
Bye. Where's the gosh darn? Where's the gosh darn? Alright, man, there's a lot of people actually. 18 of you. Thank you so much, all 18 of you. Alright, bye guys.